is good?
What is good? What is good? What is going on, everybody? Bear with me for 1 second while I set everything up. It's a little slow motion here, especially with the Facebook feed. I think I got it. Um, but hold on. All right. And yeah, so sorry about that. Just had to set that up. Hopefully this is working now. And if not, then it is what it is. At least YouTube is working. But yo, what is good, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Sports Talk. I'm here with, the usual suspects. I'm here with Mr. Socrates Palmer Jr., who is sort of on time today. And I'm here with my other co-host, my man, D Free. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
All right. And we got a special guest. He just popped in right now. Just add him to the screen. Ofacio the sniper, Falcon. What's going on?
I'm good to you. What's good, guys?
Lounging.
Lounging. Yeah. What's going on, man? What's going on? So we got a lot to talk about, but
Trying.
Sock, I'm telling you, bro. We go to the gym. Don't look at my hair if you don't want to drown, bro.
So real quick, the chat real quick. DP Rocker, Opulent LD, Bruce Gas, Josh Sanders. What's going on? Appreciate you guys coming through. I'll try to acknowledge people as they come through in the building today. But yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of boxing news coming on. But we want to start off with my guy Ofacio. A couple weeks ago, 2 Fridays ago, Ofacio was in the Hulu Theater, had a great performance. I got a couple of clips I'm gonna, play real quick if it's all right with Ofacio. Is that all right with you? I was gonna do it anyway, even if you told me no. But let's just show you a little highlight real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Ooh, nice counter right hand.
And then he found that right hand,
which has been his all night. Now with short left hook from Falcon as things start to heat up here in the final minute and 45 seconds of the 6th round.
Look at that sharp and quickness of this kid. Wow. It's good work.
Nice work by Ofacio. And one of the cool things of that night was after the fight, I believe you got to speak with Timothy Bradley.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm going to play a little clip here, and then I guess you could tell us about that experience.
Your age and how many fights you got, bro? Like you had it again. You are. A lot of skill. You done a good job, Pop. Seriously.
Yeah, man, that had to be pretty dope, man. How'd you felt about that?
I felt great, bro. Timothy Bradley always speaks about these top fighters, and he's honest, bro. And I told him before the fight that I wanted him to critique me and be 100% honest about me, and whatever he thinks about me, I can go back and work on. And you see what he said. He noticed how talented I was, and I feel like he gave me my flowers.
That's what's up, man. That's dope. I'm sure other guys got questions, but how did you feel? Going into that fight 2 Fridays. I know how you felt. You told me, but let everybody know how you felt. Going into that.
Well, the day after the fight and everything, I just felt like mentally I was prepared for whatever. I always believe that no matter what situations I'm put into, that's preparing me for what's in front of me. God prepares me for what's in front of me, so I just keep that mindset, and that was good. But just weeks before the fight, I was sick. I was getting sick. I had a stomach virus. Kept me out the gym for about 4 or 5 days to a week. A lot of, some family issues. I had some, I also own a gym. So, gym issues. I'm also in the process of moving. So all that stuff, accumulated. But I figured out a way just, stay composed and just focus on what's ahead of me and just take it day by day, bro. And, everything played. Wow. I just focused on the fight, bro. That's it. I felt great. Honestly, going into the fight, great.
Well, it's very impressive. I mean, obviously we mentioned this before. You're an owner as well, and you own a gym, and you got to, being an owner, you got to kind of manage it as well. And then you have to train, and and then you got your life issues as well. So kudos to you, and you did a great job. I believe you pitched a shutout in
Thank you,
that
bro.
fight as well, 6-zip. So
I was just searching my name up on Google, and I seen something that said that that my fight was one of like I don't know how they said it, was like one of the fights that everybody wanted to watch. That was kind of cool.
okay.
Honestly, I didn't even rewatch my own fight, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You have not? No.
Nah, I just seen the clip they posted, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
You know
So
what
you
it was?
can't
I was
even
there, so I
critique
remember
yourself.
everything.
Yeah. There's real quick, Rich Mancuso, who we had on before.
Hey,
he's
Rich.
on his. Look what he says. He says he's on his way to being the next champion representing the Bronx. Shout out to you,
I
Rich
got a
Mancuso.
question. Yo, I appreciate you. I got a question though. Who was the last world champion from the Bronx, and when?
The last world champ from the Bronx?
Good question.
Yeah.
Was it Aaron Davis?
I don't know either. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Not Iran Barkley, right?
Well, Aaron Davis beat Mark Breland.
That was after Iran Barkley won?
Well, the last title that Barkley won was against, I think, Darren Van Horn. And that was like in 89, 90.
Yeah, Rich Mancuso thinks it's Iran. He thinks Iran too. Josh, Shannon Briggs is in Brooklyn. He's in Brooklyn, Shannon.
Against Darren Van Horn.
So with that being said, just know.
Ironically, at the Hulu Theater, I believe.
That's crazy. Ironically, that's crazy. So look, you guys got another one coming. I promise.
I mean, recent memory, we got Aaron Davis.
Yeah.
He was world champ out of the Bronx. Iran Barkley. That's about it. I mean, we've had some guys come close.
We had some contenders.
That's one of my goals after this fight. I was really, focused on this. And I thought about it. And I sat back after this fight, and after what everybody was telling me, I got a lot of love from a lot of different people. From Hitchens, they were all at the fight. Keyshawn was there.
Well, Louis Doval, but I think he's from Queens.
Yeah, but I think he trained out of the Bronx.
He trained out of the Bronx. Lou.
He trained in Morris, I believe Morris Park, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And all these guys telling me these things, and I just knew what I was capable of. So now it's like I know where I'm heading. I know what I have. And I just believe I'm gonna be that next world champion. So if the Bronx is looking for one, just support me. I got you.
Yeah, you already know. I mean, you got 3 supporters here. You got a few in the chat, and you had a good crowd supporting you as well at the Hulu Theater. So I mean,
hell yeah. I'm be honest, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
I was not.
Definitely, there was some. I mean, my guy, the Bronx Maniac. I think you know the Bronx Maniac. He was there from 4 corners. Yeah, he was there, and they had a bunch of guys there too. So, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? So,
and physically after the fight, how are you feeling? Everything hands good?
What's good, Marcus? How you doing, brother?
Physically after the fight, how's everything feeling?
Right now I'm feeling great. It's been like almost 2 weeks now. Right after the fight, they just told me I had like some tender hands. I had like a small. I've always been dealing with a hand injury in my left hand. And I got a problem, bro. I got an addiction to training, bro. Like I'm always in the gym. I'm a gym owner also. You guys know that. So I'm always in the gym. I'm always training, and it's hard for me to stop because in my brain, after I won that fight or after I win any fight, my next step in my head is like, yo, like I don't care about that fight no more. I move on. Yeah. That's the reason why I didn't rewatch the fight unless, I feel like I did something that I want to look at. But I know that fight, I only got hit maybe like 5 times at most, that entire fight. So, it was almost a perfect fight to me. And I just know I'm way better than that. And I'm just ready to go back to the gym and, get better. So I'm just, all right. So with that being said, I had to take some time, just to relax, chill. Because I had like a knee, what was it, tendonitis, something like that. It's jumper's knee. I run too much, and that went away though, thank God. And then I had this little small hand injury after the fight. I just took some time off just to myself and rest my body, and I'm back on Monday.
Nice. That's what's up.
Nice. I stepped out for a second, so I'm not sure if you answered it yet. But how would you grade your performance on the fight?
I didn't watch it, but as like for me remembering it, listen, I'm way better than that. It was a great performance, don't get me wrong. And I'll probably rate it like maybe a C, minus. I
Wow.
know what I'm capable of.
Wow.
I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of. I have a lot way more talent than that. I just did what I did that day. I was trying to put on a show for the crowd, but I fight. I listen. I can fight southpaw as well. I'm a lot better on the front foot. I'm way better of a counter puncher you guys seen. I'm gonna bring more to the table next time out. So I'm just, I give myself a C minus. It was a great performance, but I know what I'm capable of, so I expect more from me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I like how you're hard quitter on yourself, but me personally, I gave you a B plus. I would have gave you an A if you got the knockout because it was a flawless victory. But I definitely gave you a B plus.
Honestly, I thought I could get that guy out of there too. Um, I caught him with some big shots. If I would have, again, I throw a lot of punches in and out. When if you've seen previous fights, I throw a lot more punches, and I could have fought 10 rounds that night. That 6 rounds was very easy. Um, I should have put more punches together. But again, it's all experience at the end of the day.
Hmm.
And again, my hand. That's the reason why I stopped using the left hook a lot. But towards the end of the fight, I was like, you know what? I'm just let it go. It doesn't matter. And if you notice, that's what that clip you just put on the screen. I started throwing the hook more, putting it right behind the right hand that I was landing, and eventually I would have kept on. Honestly, if they would have gave me an extra round, I would have got that guy out of there. And that was like my past 2 fights that happened.
Okay.
All
Nice.
right.
Real quick, couple things, real quick. So, Rich Mancuso, I don't know if you know Rich Mancuso. Rich Mancuso's a Bronx legend. He's done some shows. He's written for numerous papers and magazines and stuff. He would like to have you on the show one day, so maybe we could
Hell
set that
yeah.
up one day. Second thing is,
You guys hit me up. Hit me up.
yeah, definitely. Shout out to everybody in chat. I see you guys. I'm taking notice. But second thing, our second guest has come in, so we're gonna add him to the panel and converse. But it's Sugar Shay. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, man? What up? What up?
Hey.
What up?
What's going on, man?
What's up,
What's
man?
going on?
It's good. We got Sugar Shay, Ishe Smith in the
Pleasure to
building.
meet
Man.
you.
Nice to be here, man. What's up, man? Sock, what's up, man?
What's cracking, brother? It's been a minute.
Good, man, it's been a minute, man. Been a minute, brother.
Right.
Yeah, Shay, pleasure to meet you, brother.
Oh, nice to meet you too, man.
Yeah. So just to bring you up to speed, Sugar, we've been talking with Ofacio. He's a fighter out here in the Bronx.
Okay.
He fights in super featherweight. He's a prospect, young, really good fighter, looking to make a big name and represent the Bronx well here. And hopefully, soon he'll be a future champion. So we just was talking about his performance. He performed a couple weeks ago at the Hulu Theater. He was on the undercard of the Oshaki Foster Supernova fight.
Okay.
So that's what we've been talking about. So yeah. But welcome. So and then
Thanks for having me, man.
yeah. But there's a bunch of topics we got. There's a lot of things happening right now. I'll lead off with you, Ishe. Sugar Shay. I don't know how you want us to
It's whatever, man.
All right, bro. But just let the people know that's watching right now. Tell a little bit about yourself. Right off the bat, we know you was on the Contender and you're a former IBF super welterweight champion.
Yeah, man. I had a almost 20-year professional career. Did pretty good in the amateurs. I lost to Zab in the '96 Olympic trials. I think by 4 points in the semifinals to fight for in the finals to go to the Olympics. So I had a very good amateur career. I think I was the youngest to make it in the trials in '96. And became the first world champion out of Nevada, out of Las Vegas. Made history with that. Just kept plugging away, man. My career had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of twists and turns, but I just stayed at it, kept plugging away, and in 2013 it happened for me. So I had a good career, no complaints, man. No complaints, no regrets. I did it my way. I did everything I wanted to accomplish in the game, and besides going to the '96 Olympics, I accomplished everything else. And I think the World Championship was more important than going to the Olympics in '96. I had a very good career, man. I can't complain.
Absolutely. I just learned something. I didn't know, out of all the fights and big fights we have in Vegas, I didn't know you was the first world champion out of Las Vegas.
Yeah, born and raised, the first.
Nice.
Ever. Yeah, first.
I never knew that. That's
A lot of fighters adopt Vegas, but this is a native Sin City man right there.
All right.
Ishe, what you got going on with yourself now that you retired from the sport?
Man, work for the I had to get insurance, man. Pandemic really messed up a lot of stuff I had going on, so I ended up I had to go get a government job, man. I work for the post office now. I had to get that insurance for me and my family. During that, couple of my family members got COVID during the pandemic, and I'm a hustler, man. That's what life is about. I'm not gonna sit around and cry over a career and where I ended up or nothing like that. I'm gonna make it happen for me and my family. So that's what I had to do.
All right.
If you, I mean, you were part, at least what brought you to national spotlight was the Contender. I mean, there were people that never watched boxing that got into boxing because of the Contender. Can you tell us about your experience? And recently there was some sort of reunion because I think now they're showing the episodes on, well, they have Hulu has the rights. Can you
Right. I think I saw him. I want to say Prime. It may have been Prime. I saw him on. I can't remember,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it
Yes.
was we all did a show, a YouTube show. We all came back. It was quite a few of us. I want to say it was maybe 8 of us, and all those guys are great. That show aired. I tell everybody that show aired. It was before its time because if that
Yes.
show aired today, first of its kind, we will all be multimillionaires, never having to box a day in our life. Just the way social media is now, the way Instagram is, the way things are now, it was just ahead of its time. We are being seen in roughly about 10 million homes every single week. And it was great to be a part of that show, the first ever. We were on a major network, which was NBC.
Yep.
We had a major producer and Mark Brunette. And, when the show ended, I did a lot of sacrificing to be a part of that show. With the weight, I think the weight was a little heavier than I was used to fight. I was a welterweight. They had, I think, a catch weight of maybe 156 or 158, I think we were fighting at. And so I went on the show. I ended up losing the split decision to Sergio in my second fight, who went on to win the whole thing. So nothing to cry about there. And then Sergio ended up becoming a world champion. I think that show produced 3 world champions, me, Sergio, and K9, who I ended up beating for my world championship. So, it was a great experience. It was just a little bit ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, it really did a lot, for boxing. Uh, Sylvester Stallone was involved with it as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Sugar Ray
How
Leonard.
was it with your dealings with Sly?
Sly is a character, man. He's more of a TV guy. I really didn't rock with Sly like that. He took more to, I think, more liking to the guys that could possibly get into television. He loved Ahmed Kador, who I ended up beating in my first fight. He absolutely adored and loved him. But the other guys like Ray and guys, Jackie Callan, they was more of the boxing people. So, but I, like you guys said, man, I had a good time. I wouldn't change it. People to this day still recognize from that show. So
Yeah.
that show is old, man. That show came out in maybe 2005, 2006, and still being recognized today from that show is absolutely crazy. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it was like you said, ahead of his time. 2004 actually, because I'm looking at
Right,
box.
right.
I'm looking at box rec, and you beat Kador, and then like you said, you lost to Sergio Mora, a very close decision. But anyone that looks at your box rec, you really after your 10th fight, you fought top guys. I mean, I remember the Randall Bailey fight.
Right.
You know, um,
In my
former
11th, I
champ,
think that may have been my 11th fight.
11th fight.
We're talking about that was my 11th fight. We're talking about a former world champion, and at that time I just wanted to prove myself. You feel me? Like I was just on a mission to prove myself. I felt like everybody was counting me out. I didn't really care about money. I remember they told me I fought Sal Lopez, who was another
Yes.
I fought Sal Lopez, and then I fought the other guy. I'm trying to think of his name. Before Randall Bailey, who do you got right there when you look at the
I
boxing?
have undefeated David Estrada.
David Estrada. So I fought him on Showtime and Showbox, and they said we're gonna pay you $10,000. I said, all right, make it happen. So me and him was in camp together with Fernando Vargas. So I didn't think I knew I could beat him. So I said, make it happen. I didn't care about the money. And then I remember they called me for Randall Bailey, and they said, "Oh, we got a good fight. You're gonna win all these titles. You're gonna be ranked in every organization at 47. If you win, it's a great opportunity. After that, you'll be, fighting for a world title. You'll be fighting for a world title or close to it." And I said, "Well, how much?" They said, 10,000. I was like, "Damn, I just made 10,000 for beating David Estrada. I beat him every single round. Damn near stopped him." I was like, "Come on, you got to do better." They came back to the table. And they said, we'll pay you 11,000. Just take it or leave it. So, when you got a family and all of that, man, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna take it. So I took the fight, beat him, end up I think of knocking him down in the early rounds. A very tough fight because you're talking about a guy who can punch with both hands, man. So you're talking about a kid in his 11th fight fighting a guy like that. At that time, I really didn't care, man. I just wanted to make it. So it wasn't about money, but at the end of the day, I had a family. I had to take care of responsibilities, and that's when I went to the Contender. But yeah, man, those was good times. I fought a lot of tough guys, a lot of close decisions. A lot of people, some fights, a lot of people think I won. Some fights, I lost close decisions. So I was just a throwback where I came up in the era where fighters we didn't care about, necessarily making top dollar like today. What these guys are getting paid so great for, lesser fights than what I had, but we just cared about fighting. So I just took the fights, man, and did my best and let the fans decide what was the best. I just wanted to put on good fights, man, and fight the best that was available.
Yeah.
If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, you have I don't know if it's a record, but you have a distinction. You fought on ESPN, you fought on NBC, HBO, Showtime, you fought under PBC and Fox Sports. Not a lot of people could say that. You fought on so many platforms.
Yeah.
I think you have the record for the most Showbox, right?
Yeah, it was for a while. That's still for a while because I had fought on Showbox like 4 times. Main event like 2 or 3 times. I think I fought South Park kid in Mississippi, who I can't think, Fernando Guerrero. A lot of people thought I won that fight. Very close fight.
Yeah.
But man, I fought Danny Jacobs. But when I look at some of them fights, man, I was clearly the B side, right? So I knew I was gonna have to knock those guys out. But it's disappointing. Like when I fought Danny Jacobs, that was probably 3 to maybe 4, maybe 6-4, maybe 7-3. But then you get a judge scoring the fight. I think one judge scored me losing every single round. So it just makes me realize I never stood a chance to win. When a judge can score that fight every single round, the same thing like when I fought Julian Williams late in my career. A lot of people thought I won that fight. That was another very close decision. And I think one judge had that fight. A couple judges had that fight like 9 rounds to 1, 8-2. And I'm just like, no matter what I did, like I said, I let the fans, decide. Some of those fights, man, when you're on the B side, no matter what you do, it's hard to come up out of that side, man.
I remember that Jacobs fight. They took a point from you in that fight.
Yeah, they took a point.
They deducted a point.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And the judge scored that fight. Judge gave him every round, even the round I hurt him in. Even
189. Yeah.
Even the round I hurt him in, they still gave him that round. Clearly, if you're going to give me any round, you got to give me the round I rocked him in. And like I said, some of my fights, man, I sit back and I just like, I was never supposed to win anyway because they had already picked who they felt like was supposed to be the winner.
The Carlos Molina fight, I thought that was closer than, that was a split decision.
Right.
But you had one judge scored 117, 111.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was nuts.
Crazy.
I mean, you fought Lara. Lara had to be one of the toughest fights you've
Yeah,
had.
Lara, that is probably like the only decision, no matter what they scored, I can live with. He was probably the best fighter I've fought in my career. He's very technical, very hard to hit, blocks punches, he has long elbows. I was trying to get in. I tried my best. That was the first time I probably felt like I didn't have an answer. Like it was just like I couldn't get to him the way I wanted to get to him. So I really didn't have it. I did what I could do, against, he's a superior boxer. He's very good, man, at what he does. And he was better at executing his game plan than I was at executing mine. So I had no problem about that. That was the first time in my career after a fight, I was like, damn, man, I had really no answers for this guy tonight. Like I couldn't do anything. Like he was just very effective at what he did. Not like he threw me off or he hurt me or did anything. It's just he was very effective with his style.
You face a lot of top guys, a lot of well-known guys. Is there anybody in your career that you wish you had faced and you didn't have the opportunity to face them?
Oh man, after I fought, the way the game is now, you know what I'm saying, and the way you maximize now. I remember after I fought K9 and beat K9, it was talks about fighting Canelo at that time. So I wish I would have went that route and just seen, because he was young. He wasn't the Canelo he is today. But that's probably one I wish we would have did, and maybe gave Molina some maybe step aside money, especially what ended up happening with him. Anyway, but yeah, that's kind of when I probably regret that we should have did that. We was planning to do that after, but it just didn't happen. So I wish we would have capitalized and did that next.
Shay, the Contender put you on the map in terms of national exposure, but for real fight fans, being selected as a sparring partner because of your style and your ability, when Fernando Vargas put you on the camp for De La Hoya, that kind of made people realize that there's this young cat coming up, and you and Fernando were contemporaries, right? About the same age.
Yeah.
And just to bring things full circle, you said earlier when you first started your career, it was like right before social media really hit big.
Mm-hmm.
Now sparring, everyone's got this, right? Everyone's clout chasing and wants to be known after the sparring. What are your thoughts on people overrating sparring and people clout chasing and doing stuff like that, posting videos about it? Give us your thoughts, and I also direct that to Ofacio.
Look, man, I've been in, if just off the top of my head, Oscar De La Hoya, Pernell Whitaker, Vernon Forrest, Floyd Mayweather, Fernando Vargas, Shane Mosley.
Stop. That's it. You're showing off now.
Chad,
Shut up.
Chad Dawson, and when I tell you, every camp I learned something, and every camp, I never took it as I'm going to beat this guy's ass and then go brag about it. These guys are giving me an opportunity of a lifetime, to be a part of their camp, to show Diego Corrales, to be able to show me how it is to conduct yourself as a champion, how to set up camps, how to conduct yourself as a fighter. So I never did, because it doesn't matter what happens in the gym. It only matters when the lights come on. What are you going to do when those lights are on and there's fans all around and they're cheering, they're booing, whatever the case may be? So I never cared what I did in the sparring. What if I had a better day? If they had a shitty day, or if they got the best of me, I never cared. I was there to learn and to put out the best work. I never cared. It's just some of the things that's happened in camp I've never talked about because that's nobody's business, right? Those guys have never went on personal interviews or done anything and said, "Oh, I kicked Ishe's ass," and those guys that I named, and I've never went on and said I just always said that the work was very good, and that's how it's going to be because those things are sacred. You don't talk about training camp. You don't talk what you're doing, and I appreciate it. Vargas told me he was going to do that. He said I was just out there. I was fighting at a local casino here, making I think it was $1,000 for 4 rounds. I think it was 1,800 or something crazy for 6, 1,500, 2,500 for 8, 5,000 for 10. I had never made it to the 10, so I was just like a local club fighter in Vegas, just trying to get fights. And when Vargas did that, for me going out there saying like whenever I went to these guys' camps, I was always like, I'm not gonna be no sparring partner. I'm not there to let you beat my ass. That's just not how I operate. I'm there to do the work, whether you kick me out or not. I'm there to set my mark and to show you I can fight. So I never went there like that. And I think those guys like Vernon Forrest, every sparring camp that I went to, those guys respected me. And I always became close to them. I was close with Vernon before he passed. I was very close to Diego. I was very close with Vargas, and so close that I gave him such good work. He told me like, yo, when I do this interview tonight, I'm going to mention your name, man. He was like, you too good to be fighting on this club level. I didn't think shit of it because I'm like, fighters say things all the time, right? I'm like, he ain't going to say shit. So I was very surprised, and that really did put me on. And even today, like when we somewhere together or anything, I'll always thank him for that. Because who knows what would have happened if he hadn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Because that really set the trend for people to say, who is this guy? We want to know who this guy is. We want to see him fight. That really blew me up, especially at the time where I really needed it. So I'm always forever grateful for him doing that. But I think sparring is sacred, man, and you're not supposed to do that. Like I just saw them link Devin and Tank sparring. That shit is old. Who cares? Like it was so long ago. I may not have a good day. I mean, I may ran 8 miles in the morning. I got a shitty day. I might have a shitty day today. When I was younger in my career, I didn't have many shitty days. When I got older, I had many shitty days as I got older because my muscles don't recover faster. I'm not the best. I used to have to take days off. When I was younger, I never took a day off from box in the gym. As I got older, by the time I started fighting J-Rock and all those guys, I used to have to take a personal day off at least once a week because my body just couldn't recover the same. And guys used to have better days with me, and I used to say, "Fuck, I'm not," And that's when I knew, right when I was getting ready to fight Lubin. It's just I was fighting this kid, man. I was fighting. I think his name is Cody Crawley. I think he is. I think he's been on TV a couple of times. I was sparring him. And he was just getting the better of me like every fucking day, every day. And I'm just like, this fucking kid is not on my level. He's not there. He's just nowhere. I've beat kids better than him in the gym and fights. And this fucking kid is giving me like the craziest work I ever had in my life. And I knew at that time it was time for me to walk away. No matter if I would have won the Lubin fight, of course I would have kept going, but that's the only time I was doubting myself going into a fight. Like I should pull out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having this camp is shitty. I'm getting hit too much. It's not there. And I looked at Eddie and I said, I'm done. This is it. I knew it was going to be a tough camp. I knew it was a tough camp already. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. And I just knew at that point, I knew I didn't have it no more. If I can't do well against this guy in sparring, there's no way I can compete at the highest level I want to compete at.
And Ofacio, I mean, part of the reason I brought that up was because you kind of stole my thunder about the Haney Tank sparring being leaked. Ofacio, what are your thoughts on that? Because
I agree with him. I feel like nowadays people try to gain caught off other fighters. So I agree with you on that. And I just feel like sometimes, for example, my coach might just tell me, yo, just work your jab. And he wouldn't tell the other fighter anything. And that guy's over here trying to get off on me, and I'm only allowed to use my jab or work your defense, or have majority of the time I'm working on things, bro, in the gym anyway. So, I agree with him 100%. You should not speak about sparring. In old days, I hear a lot of stories of all fighters used to say not to speak about sparring because, again, it's pointless. You're working on things, or sometimes I have a bad day, like he said. We're not always at our best. What matters is when you're in that ring on come fight night, who you are and who shows up that night, where you win or lose. There's no win or losing in sparring, bro. You only learn in there, bro.
Couple of months ago, you had your way with a former world champion. A lot of other guys would have, jumped on that, but quiet was kept, and that's how it should be,
Yep. Hell yeah.
You're still not going to say the name?
No.
Why?
I had to try, right? But you've been in the ring with
one thing
Yeah,
I don't do. One thing I would never do is try to make my name on somebody else's, bro. I don't do that. So that's whack. Yeah. If I'm gonna make it my way, and if not, I ain't gonna make it at all. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a generational thing, Ishe?
Huh?
Is it just a generational social media?
Well, I think
influence.
The times of today is just so it's disappointing, man. I mean, I saw the little, I don't follow a lot. I have my fighters that I watch, the big fights, and I try to watch it, but then I try to pay attention on social media. But you have a guy that is smoking weed and admitting he's drinking,
Yo, wait, you believe that? I thought he put the blunt in his mouth just to take a picture.
I don't think, I do believe he smokes. I do believe he drinks. And, and the old timer told me many years ago, man, when I was a young pro, before I got the Vargas hype, before all of that, he told me, like, yo, you can't be a part-time fighter. There's no such thing as a part-time fighter. He was old. He was from back in Jersey, Italian guy. And he told me, you can't be a part-time fighter. You can't be in camp, out of camp, you want to drink, smoke. In camp, you want to half-ass, have sex. I just came up in the era, man, where you run in boots, you're staying from women, you go away from your family, you're in training camp, everything. You stay off social media. We didn't have social media. You focus, man. It's like 100% focus. So all this shit, posting, sparring, and all that shit is all new to me, man. It's a new era, and I'm not with it. Like, you're not supposed to be drinking, smoking. You're not supposed to do that stuff. And I'm like, if you did anything, if you wanted to learn anything from that man, right, by going running, him talking to you, whatever you want to do, take the good from him, because he never did drugs, he never drunk, he never smoked. Take that part of it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't get it, man. Like I said, this is a new generation. They want to post sparring, they want to do all that, and I'm just not with all that, man. I'm old school. Like I said, I come up in the era where we strap on boots to run, and we abstain from sex and abstain from our families. And I'm just not used to this new wave of things that's happening in the boxing society.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's just clown shit, and it's like Ofacio was saying, and you was referring to, you guys are working, you're supposed to go in there, you're training. These sparring sessions is you're working on certain things, and you're just getting work. You're not really competing with the guy. You know what I'm saying? And for them to, to talk about it, or in the secret filming of sparring, I'm not with that too. I don't agree with it, because it doesn't count. You don't get anything out of it. What counts is
nothing.
Absolutely
nothing.
In the ring. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
You gain a follower. That's it, bro.
You gain a follower. Yeah.
Nothing else, bro. That's whack.
Yeah.
Nothing. It is absolutely.
And your friend going to be remembered for sparring or beating up a guy that you was working with, or helping. That makes no sense, bro.
Yeah, and you got to think, you got to lose some sort of respect from other fighters. Like, why would another fighter of relevancy or whatever would want to work with you if you're doing that? Like, you're gonna lose sparring partners over that as well. Why would they want to deal with you?
But.
I've never talked about me and Vernon's session. Just, it doesn't matter, man. I had some good. Shane Mosley, I had some good ass session with some of them, man. It was just crazy that the tension and people around the ring and going to Big Bear sparring Shane and Oscar and Fernando. Like I had some good sessions. Those things are privy and you're not supposed to talk about sparring, man. And I never will. I had good sessions with Diego. You know, I've had great sessions with him, and it's just not something you talk about, man. It's just, no matter what, you don't talk about sparring unless those guys just come out and say, I beat the shit out of him. Then you got to defend yourself.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
outside of that, there's
Right.
no need to run to the media talking about what you did in sparring.
Well, there's no need. There's no more media. The media. You're
You're the media now,
Yeah.
right?
This right here. Shay, the elephant in the room, right? Where this happened, you were in that gym for a few years. How was that environment in the Mayweather gym, the doghouse, right?
The
That
doghouse is
environment.
that doghouse is different, man. You just I didn't really go to. I watched more fights than I participated in. I probably, especially once I signed, I didn't have a whole lot of participation in the crazy stuff that you saw on Showtime. But I saw it, man. It was crazy. 8, 9, 10-minute rounds. Absolutely, guys trying to do that to impress Floyd, who's not going to sign you anyway. So. It was crazy, man. It was definitely, but I've been around. So I came up in the gym that had young Mike Tyson in it, so it was nothing I haven't seen before.
Can I dare ask? Have you seen? So you watching some of these fights or these sessions? Have you ever seen a guy maybe maybe lose a career off of fighting in the gym? Like get down
Absolutely,
on
I've
himself?
seen.
Yeah.
I've seen guys get hurt in the gym. I knew. I've been around Dev since he was very young. So he's always just been a student of his craft. So I'm very proud to see. What I respect about Devin is that him and his father did it their way, and there's no street that they won't cross. There's no street that they're on that they won't go to. There's nobody that they won't work with. So you can hate him, love him, dislike him, don't like his style, but him and his dad did it their way, and you have to respect that. And the kid now is a multimillionaire. So I love what him and his father have done. Tank is another one that I came up in the gym with. I remember when they first signed him, and he actually fought on my undercard, and I was just like, I was seeing him stop 154-pound guys in the gym with 16-ounce gloves.
Wow.
And I literally went up to him and told him, because I had never seen him, I never heard of him before. And I said, man, I have not seen that kind of power since my great friend Chico passed away. I said he used to stop guys in the gym way bigger. I even sparred him and was like, damn, he's strong. I was like, I got to put my hands up and take this a little bit more serious. So, and I was just like, man, I haven't seen that kind of power since him. I was like, man, you're gonna be special. I said, you're gonna be good, man. And he was like, thanks. He was real humble, and he's not the Tank he is today. Not saying he's not humble, but he definitely hadn't fought, he hadn't blown up or anything. And he was like, thanks. So not surprised, but that power from him is everything than what it is advertised. Because when guys is knocking people out in the gym in 16-ounce glove, trust and believe it's legit. And I've seen it hasn't been just like one or two, it was multiple people. He was stretched in the gym, and I was just like, my God, who is this guy? So he's strong, man. He's very strong.
Wow.
How about Rolly?
I don't really care for Rolly, man. You know what? I don't, man. I really don't care for Rolly. I'm gonna be. I think he.
I think he's one of the funniest boxers I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's better at promoting. He's better at promoting himself than he actually is fighting. He got a gift with the old guy he fought last time. I don't know. I love the father though. I actually been knowing the father since I was 8 years old. So I got a lot of respect for the father. I love the father to death, but the son, I don't know. I just don't care for the son that much. But he's good at advertising himself and marketing himself. So he keeps himself relevant by constantly advertising himself. I won't be surprised. He is the underdog against Pitbull. It is a fight he should win, but will he win? I have no idea.
That's a good fight.
Got to get in where you fit in, right?
Right.
With you won your world title under the TMT banner. Do you have a relationship to this day with Floyd?
Not really, no. Floyd is a very, me and Floyd have, you know, we go through these spells in our, I've been knowing Floyd since I was about 10, 9, 10 years old. So we go through these spells where we don't talk. We may fall out. Something happen. We won't talk for years. And I think that's just at the stage of where we at. Some things happened towards the end of my career that I didn't agree with. I think he should have been more hands-on with his company. It was some things that happened after I fought the kid from New York that I was promised that didn't happen. And just I think all you have is your word, and I think when you take subliminals at people, and then I'm gonna take my subliminals back, and just I'm not the one that's gonna laugh at all the jokes and shine the shoes and pat you on the back, bro. I'm from a different era. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna sit at the table waiting for the crumbs to fall and pick up the crumbs and laugh at all the jokes and kiss ass for $1. I'm gonna go get my own money and make my way and make sure I can take care of my family. That's what a real man gonna do. So I don't rock with none of that sucker stuff, man. So I ain't with all that. So I mean, more respect to those guys. I mean, the guys I came up with, the Badus, the Ashley Theophanes, and those guys that were TMT, that's when it was the best. You know what I'm saying? The Jay Leons, and that's when it was the absolute best. And I think after he stopped fighting and, things just started changing, he started changing, and the company, it's not I don't think today is definitely not the same. So, but I have a lot of love for them. And I tell people all the time, whenever I'm vocal about my situation or about that, it's no hate. It's just that if I'm married to a woman for 20 years and she gives me 19 good years, right? And then last year she cheats on me, she takes all my shit, she takes my kids, put me on child support and leave me. Should I not care? Should I care about the 19 and just say, oh, we good because she gave me 19 good years, but not care about the year she shitted on me and left me? It don't work that way. So that's the situation. That situation is how I look at that. No matter what you do for me, I'm not indebted for you for life. So that's what it is. A lot of stuff I've never talked about publicly. I won't talk about it publicly, but he knows what it is. They know what it is. The fighters that is on that original roster know what it is, and I'll leave it at that.
When you said he wasn't hands-on, who was more of the hand? Was it Leonard Ellerbe?
I don't know if he was even hands-on. I think us, the MP fighters, were always the stepchild to the real PBC fighters. I think they could have did a better job with Badu Jack. I think he was one of the better ones that was on the roster. I definitely think they could have did a better job promoting him. And I think they did an okay job. I just think with the fights he won, the titles he won, I think they could have did a better job. I don't, I think Tank has had his issues with Floyd at times and the company. 1 minute he loves him, 1 minute he's going on Twitter taking subliminal. So that's the kind of relationship it is. And the one thing I can say is that the love ain't real. You know what I'm saying? The love ain't real. It's just not. And anybody who says it is cap, because the love isn't real, bro. And if I'm with you, I'm gonna be with you regardless. I'm gonna be with you regardless, whether I'm fucking with you or not. I'm gonna be with you. The love ain't real. Great fighter. Never take for his compliments. His personal accomplishment, he can always say he's in that conversation. Yeah, but that's his personal accolades. Everything I wanted to do in my career, I did, and I'm proud of that. He's in the conversation. Is he the greatest ever? That's subjective. My greatest fighter ever is Sugar Ray Robinson. He will always be the greatest fighter to me to ever live. But he can put himself in that category. And 20 years from now, people will be talking about him, Muhammad Ali, and Floyd Mayweather as some of the greatest fighters to ever live. And he put himself in there. But outside of that, I really don't mess with that side. I don't got nothing bad to say, but my experience is what it is, and other fighters know what it is.
I appreciate that transparency.
Yeah. I was going to ask about that as well. It's a good question, but as far as running the promotion of Mayweather Promotions, which who's the guy that's really more hands-on? You said it was the fighters. I mean, did Leonard Ellaby have any hands-on, or he's just like
if you tell me outside the Tank, who do you guys know? One kid, a kid that's coming up that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Moulton. But outside of that, who do you know?
Well, Rolly's
yeah. But I don't know if Rolly's really involved like that. Rolly's more with Al Heyman. I mean, because if Rolly was really involved like that, why didn't Rolly get delivered to when Garcia pulled out? Why didn't that fight happen?
Yeah.
Why is Rolly fighting Pitbull instead of Garcia? He would have made more money with Garcia than he's making with Pitbull, surely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think that side. Like I said, I think that side is more like the stepchild, a stepchild of a father who really doesn't want to be involved in the stepchild's life. That's what it is, and I think that's what that side is. Because outside of Tank promotes himself. Tank gonna blow up no matter where he goes. You know what I'm saying? If he's with the Zone, if he's with Oscar De La Hoya, if he's with Top Rank, he's gonna blow up regardless. But outside of Tank, who on that side is doing anything? What are they doing? Rolly promotes himself. Rolly's good, but like I said, I think Rolly is more of a PBC Al Heyman fighter, and I think that was shown when Floyd was telling Garcia to fight Rolly, and it didn't happen.
Yeah. Gabe said that's right. Floyd Diaz, Castro Diaz. I think he's Mayweather, and then Jaleel Hackett is another one.
No, Floyd Diaz is the top
Floyd Diaz is with Top Rank.
He's okay. So I don't know. All right, I know he's fighting tomorrow. Floyd Diaz. He fights tomorrow.
Let me tell you something.
Jaleel Hackett.
All these guys, and you got to remember they lost one too. That didn't do a job promoting him. The kid
Hitchens.
They lost him. So there's something to say when you say you're the greatest fighter that ever lived. Okay, TBE, you say you're the greatest to ever live, right? You've been around all these guys. All these guys look up to you. The Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons. All these guys look up to you. You was with JP. Nobody brings their fighters to you. Nobody signs with you. And all these guys are with Top Rank and other people. So how can you be the past, present, and future when you can't sign none of the fighters that look up to you? None of them are with you. Yeah. None of them, they're all other places making money. So they're with Top Ranks, a outfit that you left.
Yeah.
And I don't have no bad thing to say about PBC, but one thing I can say is that the fighters don't fight enough.
Yeah.
They're not active enough, and they need to fight more. So I don't know, man. When you the best ever, you say you're the best ever, and all of that stuff, man. You gotta put it. If you're gonna have a promotional company, you gotta go all in, and all these other guys are other places making money and making great careers for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny because Hitchens is a guy that he fights the style. Not I don't want to say the boring style. A lot of people say Floyd's style is boring. But Hitchens, he's a defensive fighter. He's slick. He can move, and you would think they would do a better job promoting him when he was there. He's from New York, from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame.
They had they had a chance to sign Savannah Marshall too. They didn't. Like I said, I think he's a tremendous fighter. Anybody saying that he ducked anyone, he dodged anyone, or he's a Hall of Famer. He's in the discussion as one of the top 5 best fighters to ever live. But when you start talking about promoting and real love and giving back to the game, I don't know about that, man.
Would you call I mean, I know. Would you use the word hater? You think Floyd's a hater, as far as like other fighters that are relevant of today?
I don't. Hate is a strong word. I just don't think. I don't think the love is real. I don't think the love, like, I don't think he likes what Bud is doing. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he don't like that the love just ain't real, man. It's not. And when Ryan Garcia realizes that, he'll stop going on runs and stop listening to that man talk to him, telling him bullshit, because the love isn't real. It's not real. And
is the ego too big?
I don't know what it is, because he's done so much in the game. You would think he wouldn't need to do that. I don't know what it is, man. It's crazy to me. Because I don't know. I've never really heard stories about MJ like that. I don't know if it's like a personal thing. Just about those guys at the top of the top giving back. I've never heard really stories, but I just know with him, just the love it's not sincere, And I know that when Tank was fighting his first title shot against the old boy, and I think that was in New York.
Pedraza.
That wasn't the situation they was trying to put him in to win.
Really?
I know that for a fact.
Wow.
It's not a situation.
You got to give us some insight.
Yeah, I don't think they was putting him in that situation to win. But I don't think they never fully really believed in the beginning what Tank was. I knew right away. Like I told you, I had that conversation with him. And I was telling people were killing me on Twitter when I was telling them back in the day that I don't think I was like, y'all keep talking about Lomachenko. I was like, you better watch out, Tank. Because they was talking about them fighting each other. Because remember, it was a time where Floyd was trying to throw him to Lomachenko. And I was like, bro, that's not going to be an easy fight for Loma. That dude can punch. His power is fucking legit. And if that dude is focused, he's trained, and he gives 110% in training camp without the bullshit, he's going to be very hard to beat. Yeah. For anybody. For the Devin Haney's, Ryan Garcia's, for anybody, he's going to be hard to beat. Fuck that weight clause, that rehydration clause. He wasn't beating Tank anyway.
Yeah,
he wasn't beating Tank anyway. No. You know what I'm saying? It never mattered. Did it play a role? Maybe, but that's what you signed up for. You signed for the fight. You can't cry about the shit later. That's what you signed for. But that dude is legit, man. So I don't know. I don't think they was early in his career. I definitely don't think it was sincere and the love was real. And I think they're always gonna bump heads. I don't think they're ever gonna see eye to eye. I think the love, Tank will realize that maybe one day, and I think he does occasionally, and they fall out, and then they come back together, then they fall out, and they come back together. So it's just crazy to see, but I think deep down, Tank knows it's not real, and he's just going to go out and keep doing what he does.
It's funny you say that, because I remember when Tank was having that fight with Pedraza, he said I believe they trying to set me up.
Yes, exactly. So I'm just not talking. A lot of people see me on Twitter saying shit, and they just think, "Oh, he hating. He just no." I'm speaking facts. I was in there. I know that wasn't a situation that they was putting him in to win. Like, that was not a situation like that. But he's outdone he's out achieved their expectations.
Yeah.
He's outdone it. He's done it his way. The thing that I think that he hates the most at these young kids is making a shitload of money, and they're just as flashy, if not better than what he was, and they don't need him. You know what I'm saying? They don't need him. They making money without him, and he like, damn, they doing it better than what I did it, and you shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that way.
With today's social media, is a promoter important? Has social media bridged the gap?
I think so. You need a promoter. Just Ryan Garcia is evidence of that, because he's more famous on social media than he is actually achieving anything in boxing. And I think the kid can fucking fight if he get his head out. If he get his head out his ass and actually put into his craft, I think he reminds me of a young De La Hoya. So, I think to make money, you don't need a promoter. You could promote yourself. You can sell yourself like Garcia, but to make the fights, you need a promoter.
Yeah.
But I think Devin Haney and them is a prime example of doing it your way, man. That kid went to Mexico when he couldn't even fight in the U.S., and that's how he started. And now look at him today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it was a mistake that they didn't put Tank with Loma, because they had an opportunity to fight, and I don't think Floyd wanted Tank, or thought Tank was ready to fight Loma.
I think it's bad whenever the sides don't come together to make the best fights.
Okay.
So I think it's bad, because that side now is known for not making the fights, right? We saw that with Earl Spence. So when you sit here and you don't want to make the fights and you let them marinate, it's not good for the game. And then you get that, they say, oh, you don't want to cross the street. The PBC way is the way of the street. Now PBC's on life support. They're hanging on to Amazon Prime, so, and now these fighters can't fight the fight. Now Charlo's out of a Canelo bag. His brother got the bag, but now I didn't want to see that fight anyway, because it's like fighting the other brother. So now what is he going to do? And I think Canelo, he should have not necessarily stayed with PBC, but I think he should have fought Benavidez. He's definitely free to do what he wants to do.
I heard he's fighting Edgar Berlanga May 4th.
Yeah, I think he's free to do what he wants. He can fight Berlanga. He can fight the other boy from Golden Boy. But the bottom line is this: when you telling people you're gonna fight 5 more years, and you're making 30-some million a pop, 40, 50 million a pop, and you got a guy in your weight that says, hey, I'll take 5 million flat fee, nothing. I want to give the fans what they want. And the guy is your weight. At some point, you got to just hang them up and say, hey, I don't want to fight the guy, or you got to just get out the way, man, because now everybody's starting to look at it like, yo, you scared of this dude. You don't want to fight him. And I'm a Canelo fan.
I think that's why he's moving up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Canelo fan.
I heard Canelo's moving up.
No, Canelo not moving up. Benavidez is moving up.
Benavidez is moving up. Yeah.
Somebody's moving up. Yeah.
He's gonna he's fighting some guy, but the guy he's fighting, or supposedly fighting, I think he's been inactive. I think he says
look, I mean, look. Why doesn't he fight Morrell?
I don't think Morrell has done enough yet. I really don't. He's good, but I think he needs a signature win.
So do I. Yeah.
He needs a signature win. I just don't know why you don't fight David Benavidez. And I'm a Canelo fan. I think the thing that he hasn't fought nobody. I gave him a pass with the loss to the light heavyweight. I mean, but to not fight this guy now, it just looks very. It's not a good look, man. It looks bad.
It's bad, especially he just fought his last 3 fights. He fought a third fight with Triple G. Nobody wanted to see that.
Nobody.
John Ryder. Nobody wanted to see that either. Mm-hmm. And then he fought Charlo, bringing Charlo up 2 weight classes when he could have fought Charlo years ago. Or he could have fought the other Charlo years ago at 160. So, as fans, I feel sorry, D3. As fans, I feel he owes the fans a fight. Like, that Benavidez fight is a fight that would be good for the fans. I think Canelo beats Benavidez.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. That's the problem that I have with Canelo. Since he became the undisputed champion at 168, he's only fought one guy at 168. Everybody else was somebody he brought up or he moved to another weight class to fight. He hasn't fought nobody that the fans wanted to see. And David Benavidez has been there, and he done what Canelo asked him to do. He said, how about you, Caleb Plant, and Boo Boo, y'all fight each other, and I'll fight the winner. And he did that.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, it looks very sus. It's starting to look like if he had said, look, I'm fighting 1 or 2 more fights and I'm gone. Look, man, a lot of people go out of the game and leave the young lion alone. I got no problem with that. But when you start talking about you fighting 5 more years, bro, it's not enough opponents for 5 years. Who the hell are you going to fight? You got this guy ready to fight. This guy said he don't want no cut of pay-per-view. Give me $5 million.
It's been done before. Like you said, it's been done before. Lennox could have fought Vladimir Klitschko, and he said, no, I'm good.
I'm good. He retired.
Right.
Yeah. He retired. He got out of the game.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
He's going to bring me up from 130.
Say that again?
He's going to bring me up from 130.
I mean, when you look at it, he said 5 more years. When you look at it, who is he going to fight? Because if David Benavidez moved to 175, is Canelo going to stay at 168? Is he going to move up, or is he going to move back down? So it's like, who are you going to fight for 5 more years?
That's a good question, bro.
I mean, the other 2 fighters are named I think are good fights, but I think that I think he wins. That's the thing that's crazy. I think Canelo beats them, and that's if he fights Berlanga in May, as Ofacio said, or Munguia. I think he beats both those guys, but I think those fights are good fights, for the fans to see. I mean, I think they'll be exciting.
I think did you guys watch Munguia's last fight
against Ryder?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked good. I mean, but it was John Ryder.
Do you honestly think that he has a chance against Canelo?
No, but I think their styles would make a good fight, and I think Canelo stops
early, bro.
You think early? I think he stops at midway, but I think it'll be exciting.
Munguia is tough, and he throws his output is great. The only thing is he's in front of you and gets punched with everything.
He gets hit too much, man.
He does. No,
I'm be honest with you. I think Edgar and him will be a better fight than Munguia and Canelo. Honestly, Edgar moves.
I mean, any fight would be better than seeing Charlo run for 12 rounds. So so I mean, I agree. I think he wins. I just think the styles and yeah, you're right about Munguia because that Devinchenko fight, like he was getting laced up.
No, he was getting. In my opinion, I thought if Munguia didn't have the chin that he did, this guy would have hurt him his last fight, bro. He was getting caught with too many shots that were like obvious, and it was repeated the same shot over and over and over again. And if you watch when Canelo fought the same guy, Ryder, he wasn't getting hit. It wasn't the best performance either because Canelo looked like kind of old.
Yeah,
but he also didn't get hit as much as Munguia.
Canelo should have been asked for $100 million to fight the man. Won $100 million guaranteed and fought the man. It would have did great numbers at pay-per-view.
And you would have got paid.
You would have got paid. The promotion would have been great. They could have did a presser in Mexico. Could have did a whole 6-city tour. I don't know, man. I don't think he wants to fight at this stage in his career. And I'm okay with that. But don't tell me you're going to fight 5 more years because I don't want to see you for 5 more years. I don't want to see you against John Ryder. I don't want to see you against those guys. Exactly. I don't know if there's 5 years worth of opponents. Who the hell are you going to fight for 5 years? They're just at that weight and if he doesn't fight Benavidez, there's not 5 years left. Yeah. I don't know.
Does he move up and take a shot at Bivol again or Beterbiev?
He's not beating. Definitely not beating Beterbiev.
No, he's not beating. I don't think so.
He gets stopped against Beterbiev.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. In my opinion, the way Bivol fought Canelo, I feel like Benavidez would do the same thing but worse because his output is way more than Bivol.
I
The way he
see.
fought him was great, bro.
I think
that's like
Canelo would do well against Benavidez because Benavidez doesn't care what's coming back, and Canelo is a great counterpuncher. I don't know why he doubts himself again. It seems like he doubts himself against Benavidez, and I don't know. Benavidez is great. He does everything great, but he doesn't care what's coming back. And that's the problem with Canelo. With guys like Canelo and Floyd and guys that's very good counterpunchers, you always have to be worried about what's coming back. And Canelo's a great counterpuncher and he can punch. So I think it's a very 50-50 fight that Canelo could possibly win. He's a good body puncher. I just don't think he wants to deal with the smoke. I just don't think he wants to deal with that kind of fight right now.
And I think the later, the more the time passes,
the more he's likely not to take it.
And his skills diminish.
You're right.
I agree with Tom. I think if you would have fought him last year, I think he beats Benavidez. And also Benavidez doesn't have the best footwork.
Right.
He's, I mean, in my opinion, he looks kind of just, he doesn't look like a good athlete. He's very awkward, he's very square.
I've only seen him fight
great
forward.
gas tank. A good output, like Ofacio said, and a decent chin. But we've seen him get dropped.
He has been dropped
by the Romanian guy.
Ronald Vergrill dropped him. Yes.
Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Like you say,
and that was another. He got dropped because he was punching and didn't count on nothing that was coming back, and then Ronald countered him, hit him, and dropped him. So I think Benavidez is great. I think he's a great fighter, but like I said, I think Canelo's great, and I think he's one of the best counterpunchers in the game. I thought if he wasn't going to fight Benavidez, I definitely was intrigued with the Crawford matchup. I definitely was. I thought Crawford was willing to go up and fight him. I thought that was the only fight. Those were the only two fights to make.
Yeah.
I mean, you giving me the guy from Golden Boy and Berlanga. I'm just not sold on either of those guys, man.
But Canelo will never take that fight.
Yeah.
Because he got nothing to gain and then everything to lose. So
if you also think about it, Canelo was once fighting at 147. He's just fighting.
He was, but he said
it's kind of equal. If Crawford comes up, it's going to be the same thing.
Bro. But he says that. But what does he have to gain with the two opponents that we just named?
Exactly.
What is there to gain?
Yeah. Right.
That's a legacy fight. That's like a fantasy fight that if you playing fight night, you grab Terrence Crawford, I grab. That's a fantasy fight. Nobody's fucking gonna grab a Monkey or whatever his name is, or Berlanga. Nobody's gonna fight with them.
It's a legit pound for pound fight. But I just don't. Canelo will not take it. Yeah,
and I have no idea why not, because it absolutely sells. It's a sellable fight, especially after
100%. I agree.
It sells. So I don't know. Nobody wants to see those, man. Nobody wants to see them.
The other day I seen a picture with Spencer and Canelo. That'd be crazy too. Yeah, I just see the picture.
But I think Spence needs a get back fight first before even thinking of a Canelo fight. And that's the thing. Once again, these guys haven't fought. They
don't fight enough.
They don't fight enough. It's been a while since fought. Tank hasn't fought since last April. It's going to be almost a year. And then they're talking about him and Frank Martin. Frank Martin hasn't fought since July. So you're talking about what? That's 8-9 months.
Tank posted that's not going to happen. His coach Calvin spoke about it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's not official. I mean, it's just a rumor. But
I don't. I mean, you can't listen to Coach Calvin like that, because Coach Cal doesn't make Tank Davis fight. Because we got to remember, Coach Cal said Tank Davis was going to fight Pitbull Cruz again. And Tank said, no, I'm not fighting Pitbull Cruz. And we see now that Tank is not fighting Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah. Yeah, even Pitbull Cruz thought he was going to fight him again.
I'm gonna give Tank a pass with his layoff, because some of that he was incarcerated. He had the incarceration, home arrest. So I'm gonna give him a pass. Now, why Frank Martin didn't fight? A lot of people say he should have took the Shakur Stevenson fight.
I heard he's having problems with Spence.
Then it's rumored that he's getting $200,000 more to fight Tank. Yeah, and everybody acts like that's chump change. $200,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was winning either fight. I don't think he was going to win the Stevenson fight or the Tank fight. So if you're going to get paid more on one way, then take that way. I just don't know. But I'm gonna give Tank a pass on his layoff because some of that it was incarceration. He couldn't fight. You know.
And you gotta also think, it's $200,000 more than what he was getting for Shakur Stevenson, but it's also going to be on pay-per-view. Shakur wasn't going to be on pay-per-view.
That's true
right.
too. Yeah.
So he'll get a lot more on the back end than he was going to get in the Shakur Stevenson fight.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Let me backtrack a little bit. You said Frank Martin had no chance in both fights, but so you don't think Frank Martin would be competitive? I think he'd be competitive in both fights.
No, I think the Tank fight is actually worse for him.
Yeah,
can he take those punches? I mean, we saw it with. I mean, you gotta have the best night of your life, man. You really do. Okay. If he comes prepared, it's gonna be problems, man. That guy would have got like 27 and over, like 25 knockouts or some shit like that. Like you gotta have a good night from round 1 to round 12. You can't have one bad slip up. We saw with Leo Santa Cruz, even though he was smaller, we saw with one, he folded him like a damn chair.
I mean, the Barrios fight too. Barrios was
right.
He looked to be ahead on points, even though they said he wasn't, but he gave him problems and he got stopped in the end. I mean,
I think the Stevenson fight will be better for him because Stevenson doesn't punch like that.
Yeah.
He's not known as a puncher. Great boxer, but not a puncher. I think he should have went that route. But if he gonna get $200,000 or more, people's like, that's not a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. That's a house.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damn money, man.
Right.
Plus the back end money, he'll get back end money off the
sometimes you get off of that like once or twice, and that shit never comes up for a minute, bro. So especially now.
No, but I think he'll have a better chance in the Stevenson fight. But I think Stevenson beats him on points. I think Tank stops him later in the fight. Yeah. I think both fights.
So let's do another fantasy match.
I have it the same way. I have it the same way for both of them because when we was talking about the Shakur Stevenson fight, I had Shakur Stevenson winning on points, and I see Tank Davis stopping Frank Martin because the one thing I say outside, I mean, even this last fight, you saw Frank Martin get hit a little bit too much, and the one thing that we always say about Tank Davis doesn't throw a lot of volume, but he's very accurate, and it only takes us 1 or 2 shots from Tank Davis, and that could be the end of the night. I like the fight. I don't see it as a bad fight. I just don't think Frank is going to win.
Yeah, I like Frank. I think he's a solid fighter. I think he's a good fighter, and I think he has a shot in both fights. But it's like you guys are saying, it takes one, from Tank, and Shakur's he's an excellent boxer, so. But these are fights I just want to see. These are the matchups as fans that we want to see. We want to see the best fight the best, or, good competition fight good competition. And speaking of that, I think Devin Haney and Garcia, I think it's a mismatch. I think Haney wins easy. So I'm just going to fast forward. What do you guys think of
I might disagree a little bit with that.
Really?
I think Devin's going to win, though. Easy. I think he's going to win. But I think Garcia's gonna
he got too much shit going on out of the ring, man.
I think he's gonna pull
when you got that kind of shit going on out of the ring, bro, it is hard to take that, to cut that off and go fight.
Yeah.
It takes a special individual to cut that off and go fight. Like Floyd knew he was possibly going to jail after one of his fights or something, and I haven't seen a lot of fighters be able to just cut that shit off and just be able to get in the ring and completely focus on what they got to do. And I will always respect him for the shit I've seen him do in training camp and what I've seen him do in the ring. And I just know Ryan Garcia is not cut from that cloth, bro. So when you got a whole bunch of shit going on outside of the ring, there's no way I think he can win that fight. I don't even think he can be competitive, bro. I really don't.
I think it's.
Do you see personality-wise, Shay, any similarities with Diego Corrales? Because Diego was a complicated man.
With with him and
Right.
Ryan Garcia?
Yes.
Hell no.
Mm.
Because Diego was like, I'm gonna die in that motherfucker. I ain't never quitting. I'll die. He literally told me that in camp. Like, I was like, bro, what was you thinking when Castillo dropped you? His first thing he told me was, I better get the fuck up. Like, I better get the fuck up. Like, Diego was the only fighter that would say, like, I'm ready to die, where you be like, this motherfucker would die in the ring before he quit or before he lose. Like, you saw how he literally didn't speak to his father for a long ass time after his father stopped that fight against Floyd Mayweather. He was so pissed about that. Like, they're not the same, bro. Now, he may have some shit going on outside of the ring, but when that motherfucker got in the ring, bro, he was an animal. A fucking dog. He would have never, ever, with the rehydration clause, he would have never quit against Tank. Tank would have had to knock his ass out cold. The ref would have had to stop it. There's no way he would have took a knee and just sat there and let the ref count him out and patiently get up after the fight and do an interview about why he couldn't continue.
So he had that off and on switch.
He had it, bro. He had that shit. Like, he didn't play when it came to like training. Like, no matter what he was dealing with, Diego didn't give a fuck, bro. He was the only one that would be like, yo, I'm ready to die, where you know he meant that shit. If Diego's the type of motherfucker that'd be like, yo, if you going into a street fight or something, he like, yo, let's go get these motherfuckers. He the one motherfucker you know is gonna have your back. Like, you walk in there and it's 10 dudes, y'all about to fight 10 dudes. He ain't backing out of shit. Like, he was built different. Ryan Garcia, the type of motherfucker would be like, yo, let's go fight 10 dudes. You turn around and he already left. You like, damn, where you go? So I'm not going to no fight with a dude like that. He got too much going on outside of the ring, dog, and you can't cut that switch off. Like, you taking pictures, you smoking, whether you smoking or not. You on social media talking about this my girl, a girl that bagged Floyd, a girl that bagged Devin. Like, what are you doing? What are we talking about here? Are you focused on the fight to make history, or are you focused on some bullshit? Are you just a social media star, or can you really fight? Because right now you're labeled a quitter. I'm not giving you a pass because of no fucking rehydration clause. I'm not giving you a pass. A lot of fighters had to deal with that. Guess what? When I fought for my title and I defended it, I couldn't weigh over 10 pounds the next morning. I had to go weigh again.
That's the IBF rules, yeah. Fact.
Yeah, I had to go weigh again. So what are we talking about here? I'm not giving you a pass, bro. You quit. And if you quit in that fight, you will always quit. Now, do I think Devin gonna stop him? No, I don't think he punching like Tank. But Devin is a technician boxer. He probably just gonna beat the shit out of him, bro. That's
might be worse.
For sure, I know Devin is winning for sure. Hell yeah. I wasn't thinking about the outside, so you're absolutely right with that. I wasn't thinking about
going on, bro.
Yeah, facts. I was thinking like more or less like stylistically, how would the fight go if they, I'm thinking Ryan's okay, he's okay. They both get a good camp. This fight will be a good fight because of his power, equalizer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Tank said it
I think he got great
power,
but bro, he has great. Obviously, he's strong. Is he punching like Tank? I don't think he is, but he is strong. He reminds me of a young De La Hoya. But to me, he's just trying to find himself. He doesn't know what the fuck he want to be. He don't know if he want to fight like Floyd. He want to be under Floyd wings. He's listening to Floyd. He's trying to soldier the shoulder roll. Man, find a fucking identity.
Yeah.
Be you.
Yeah,
that's what got you here. Fucking be you. That shoulder roll was fucking
crazy.
Terrible.
Oh, that was garbage.
Yo, he turned his whole back, and I'm surprised the ref didn't. The ref was warning the other fighter for him turning his back. That was crazy.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you have so much talent, bro. Be yourself. Why? You're a multi-millionaire. Focus on being you. You got a promoter. His promoter is on Twitter today, has some bitches brawling the camera, and so you got a bad example in De La Hoya. You taking the bad part of Floyd. You're not listening to Floyd. So instead of saying, I want to take the good part of this man going to the club. Floyd would go to the club, leave the club at fucking 3-4 o'clock in the morning, take off and go run 10 miles. Like, instead of hearing those stories, you want to take the bad shit. Like, I just don't know what these fighters want, man. So I think he's a fighter searching for an identity, and I would never ever bet against Devin, who's willing to say, I'll go to Cambosa's backyard, not once but twice. Yeah. I'll fight Loma. I'll fight these guys. I want to make history. I want to make a name for myself. I want to do something that nobody's ever done. Yo, there's no way I can bet on him to beat Devin. I just can't, man.
No, I wouldn't bet on
it's
that.
Crazy.
Yeah, when I see all of the stuff that's going on with Ryan, and I see this fight about to happen in a little less than 2 months, this fight reminds me a lot of Lennox Lewis and Oliver McCall, the second fight. I could see Ryan having a mental breakdown in the ring and start crying and quit. I really can.
It's possible. It's possible.
Wow. Honestly, I think he's gonna pull out because today too, yo, Twitter be exposing everything, bro. I seen a picture already, a post of Arnold Barboza and Devin.
Mm. Yeah. Well, it's not Twitter posting everything. It's these fighters posting on Twitter and snitching on themselves and telling what they're doing. It's the mindset is totally different, with these fighters of today. You know what I'm saying? So,
present
Garcia,
company excluded.
Excuse me?
Present company excluded.
Okay. Well, Ofacio, I don't see Ofacio doing that. Yeah.
I don't get these fighters today, man.
Yeah, I don't.
Except for Ofacio. Ofacio's a throwback.
Yeah, Ofacio doesn't. I don't see. Yeah,
bro. I'm 24. I don't smoke, don't drink, nothing, and I live in the gym, bro. So it's normal, bro. That's crazy.
And you're focused, and you're managing, a gym. You own. You're a business owner, pretty much, right?
Entrepreneur.
And you have a fight career. I mean, your personal life. You're focused. You're not. You're not doing any of this.
Clothing brand coming up.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
I'm sorry.
Every time it's fight time, I put everything on a pause, and it's like I come back, and I'm like, I don't even know where I left off.
Oh my!
I got a question because I know Ishe said something about with Tank. You gotta be able 12 rounds and just not get hit by Tank. Is Haney the guy that can beat Tank?
That's a good fight, bro.
That's a good fight, but man, I can't. Yeah. Look, man. I saw him get hit against the Mexican guy,
Linares,
yeah. And I only think if that's Tank, what would have happened? The thing about Tank that's scary about Tank is that he's strong, he's fast, he has good defense, and he can move. So those are all bad for any fighter because not only is he, everybody knew James Kirkland was strong, but he wasn't fast.
Yeah.
He didn't have good, he couldn't move. And he was easy to hit. The problem with Tank is he has very good defense. He's fast, he has good head movement, and he can move. And that makes it even more difficult. So I don't know, man. That's a very, very tough fight for Dev. A very tough fight, but what will end up killing Tank is inactivity. Inactivity will kill him. He can't be fighting the one time. Back when I was coming up, man, world champions fought 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I just don't. This whole one time every 16 months, once every year, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
World champions was fight. We was getting 3 De La Hoya fights a year. We was getting 3 B-Hop fights a year. These guys were fighting 3 times a year, man.
Well, we have real networks.
We have real networks.
HBO and Showtime, especially HBO, is part of the deal. Now with these streaming apps and whatever, it's not the same.
And these guys are making the market is fucked up. These guys are making way too much money, and they can't sustain the market. That's the problem because these guys are making too much money. So I think that's the problem PBC is having right now. While a lot of guys, wait a minute, you can't pay me what I'm used to making. because the market is fucked up. You know, the market is all ass backwards right now, and these guys aren't used to making that kind of money. And back in my day, I was just like, fuck it, put me in the ring, I want to fight. You know, and nowadays these guys are like, man, I'm not fighting for that shit. It's not enough. It's not what I'm not used to making. So they don't want to take those fights. But if Tank's not, Dev is busy. You know, he's very active, and he's fighting super big fights. So this is a perfect opponent from him coming off his last fight. What he did to Regis and moving up in weight, that was a very strategic plan by him and his team. And then Garcia winning his fight after Tank. This is a perfect fight for him. I don't see, like I said, with everything that's going on, I don't see how Garcia wins. I just don't. He got too much going on outside the ring.
Yeah.
Yo, did you guys see that
He's
look
a
that he gave?
5-1 underdog right now, right?
Is he 5-1?
Who?
Ryan.
What is he? What is it? Oh, the odds?
The odds?
Oh, I haven't. Honestly, I have not looked at the odds.
I know.
I could look it up now, but
I know. Rolly was plus money last I looked.
Oh, Garcia's going to be definitely plus money too. Ofacio, you was going to say something. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, did you see the look that that Ryan gave him at the end of that face-off? I think it was the one in LA. At the very, very end, I was like,
I didn't see it.
I thought something was wrong with him, bro. I was like, yo, what the hell?
Like, he was off the whole entire press conference.
Yeah, but it was just. But if you watch that the end of the LA one, right, when they were facing off, right at the end of the press conference, he gave him a look that I've never seen in my life, bro. And it wasn't like I'm gonna hurt you look. It was like, it was almost as if he was looking through him and was thinking about everything else except for that. And then when he, like, you got to see it to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I got you. I saw it. It was weird. He couldn't even get words out at the moment either.
He didn't say, yo, and he just turned around and stormed off.
Yeah, he just
looked like he was medicated.
Yeah, I looked at the odds. It's minus 650 for Haney, plus 475 for Garcia.
Let me tell you something. There's certain things that fighters know about certain fighters that you don't say unless you know. So there's certain things that I knew about people, and but I would never say. But now that it comes out about what the fighter may have done drugs, the fighter may have did this, that we all know in camp. So when Devin says stop doing coke, that's not something that, you know, he's just gonna say. That's something he knows. You know, that's something he knows. So I just don't know how you can be a world championship fighter doing drugs and everybody giving them a pass like, oh, everybody smokes weed. You know, that's fighters don't, bro. That's not the thing we do. So more power to him, man. He's made millions of dollars finessing the public like he really built that way, and he's not. He's not built that way. He's like a little kid trying to find himself.
Right. Yeah. How what you think about the promotion? Like they don't have any fight for this card signed up yet.
They still got time to add some fights.
Yeah.
We're looking at the 3/4 of May. 3/4 of April. And they can throw anything on the fucking undercard. Everybody want to see that fight.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid still sells, even though I don't think he's shit, and you know, he's trying to find his way and has no identity about what he wants to be. He sells. He has a big following. A lot of women like him and shit like that. I don't really get involved. I think he should keep his personal life personal and his public life. I think he needs to keep his personal life out of the public. I don't think it's not a good look that you're just getting a divorce and you're talking about some girlfriend that's already bagged 2 fighters already.
She was with him his last fight.
Yeah, that's just not a great look. That's just what I don't think, especially when because I just know how people are. You know, you get to talking all this Christianity, God this, God that.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna hold that against you, bro. You just divorce your wife. Now you talking to this girl about
who was pregnant, right? They had a baby together.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Now you talking about this girl who reportedly slept with Floyd and and Devin, that's just a bad look, dog. That's not a good look. Whoever his PR manager is, they need to be fired.
Yeah. And
they need to be fired.
It's I mean, I think he's a waste of talent, because I do believe he's got raw talent. I mean, he's got height, he's got hand speed, he's got punching power, he's got marketability. It looks like Golden Boy is ready to cash him out and maybe focus on Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, you look
as
at
the
them
main guy.
old. Look at old, 135 De La Hoya and those fight. He reminds me of a young De La Hoya, man. And to see him shitting away his talent like that is just crazy.
But even fundamentally, Ryan does like just bad stuff. I mean,
he does
dropping his hands to throw his. Oscar was very polished.
And his chin is in the air a lot, bro.
Yes,
Ryan Garcia's chin is in the air a lot.
Don't move his head either.
You have history with Goosen. Were you surprised that didn't work?
I was very surprised the Goosen thing didn't work, but Goosen's too tough on. Goosen's not gonna play all that bullshit, man. He's old school. I was very surprised it didn't work because I figured that would be the perfect guy for him. Goosen definitely wouldn't have told him that. Where did the fucking shoulder roll come from, man?
But you think? I mean, Ryan's father, is a lot to do with that too. I think
the shoulder roll.
No, with his training habits and stuff.
I mean, I think his father was just a fight fan. He had a boy. He took him to the gym, and but I mean,
I think he was just trying to avoid getting hit, and he just turned around, bro. Honestly, his shoulder just happened to be in the way. That's what happened, bro.
I think my man in Texas is overrated.
Really?
So do I. I think he's ass.
I think he's very overrated, bro. We saw with AJ.
I stand on it.
We saw it with Spence. We saw it in the last fight.
But wait, I gotta stop. How can you say so with Spence?
Joshua?
That was Spence's first loss. Like, I mean, he made Spence a champ. He made Spence a champion.
Spence has always been good.
Yeah, that's true. But
Spence has always been good, brother.
But to say he's ass like Saka said, that's discrediting.
I think he's overrated, bro. I think he's very overrated. You saw it. I mean, he's very overrated, man. I think he would have been better off sticking with somebody else. I think Anthony Joshua did good. Anthony Joshua saw what it was and got away. He saw what he talked so much shit about my man Bud's trainer. Oh, you big, you this, you that. Shit that didn't even have nothing to do with the fight. And we saw what happened in that fight. So it is what it is. I think he's very overrated, and I definitely think Dev's got the better trainer and the better team, and I know he's got the better work ethic.
Yeah.
So I just, unless Dev get caught, I do not see how Garcia wins that fight.
We're talking about Ryan trainer for this fight?
Huh?
Derek James.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think he's overrated, bro. Very overrated.
Okay, I think he's a good trainer, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad trainer, though.
I mean, overrated. I mean, I guess that's fine. You could be good at something and still be overrated. I mean, So I mean,
I just feel like what did they name him? The trainer of the year at one point?
2 years ago.
Yeah, he did.
No, it was this year. It was like the year they just passed.
No, two years ago.
22, I
okay,
think.
But yeah, that was.
Yeah, he got it the year that Spence won the belt against Ugas and Jamel became undisputed. That's when he got it.
Yeah, the two Castano fights, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because that was both in 22, I believe. Yep. Yeah, I don't think he's ass, but yeah, I mean, but
no, I don't think he's ass.
Yeah, Socrates is a hater. You say Socrates is a huge
I think
I'm a hater, but not a player hater.
I'm with Sock. I think he's overrated, man.
That's it.
I think he's overrated. Very overrated.
Ishe, I gotta ask you something completely. Let's switch gears a little bit. What do you see right now? Talk to me about this. At one point, talk to me about BKFC and Ishe Smith.
Well, you know what, man? It was something that came. Valor came to me, and I worked out a deal and did it. It was something I wanted to do. You know, you still had that, and it was easy for me. You know what I'm saying? It was just so easy to want to do that versus boxing because I grew up fighting in the street. So it was like, all right, cool. So I did it. The shit hurt my hands, but then I wanted to do the one that the guy, the one that was the softball that Trout. I wanted to do that one, but I never heard back. So I'm getting older now. So shit, if they don't call me in about another year or two, I'm completely done. But yeah, I would do it again. I loved it, man. It was fun.
And I saw Rigondeaux was supposed to do something with them too. Bare knuckle.
So how do you do Rigondeaux? His last few fights were he didn't put on the silent fights when he was boxing towards the end. I don't know how you do Rigondeaux. But Trout's done very well for himself doing that.
Yeah, he did. He has. I don't know. Just I remember seeing you that there was some interest in doing that, and I guess do you still train? Because you look like you're still in shape.
Man, I eat good. I still don't drink. I don't do drugs. So that's the key to everything, man. I'm not gonna get big like most of these fighters get up to like 3 times their weight. Walking around 280 pounds. I need to do more, man. I need to do more. But the problem with me going to the gym will make you want to come back. You be like, I can still do it. And I don't want to put myself through that. I would do bare knuckle if it came about though. I did have fun doing that. But I don't know if it does me no good to fight another boxer in bare knuckle. Cause now I lose all my advantages. You know what I'm saying? I might as well, if I'm gonna fight Trout in bare knuckle, we might as well get in the boxing ring. Cause now I just lost all my advantages. If I fight an MMA guy in bare knuckle, I got all the advantages. Cause those guys really can't fight with their hands. But if I fight Trout in bare knuckle, I lost all my advantages, and now it's more of a boxing match. Well, let's just make it a boxing match then.
That's a good point.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Wow.
Ishe, if you had any advice you would give a young fighter like me, what would it be?
If I could give you any advice, man, any at all. Let me see. What's your record right now?
11-0 with 6 knockouts.
If I could give you any advice, what would I tell you, man? I would have to tell you. I would tell you what Diego told me, man. Stay humble. Appreciate the game. Cherish it while you got it. Appreciate it while you got it. You're undefeated right now, so try real hard to protect that O as much as possible. And sometimes you got to take, fights that's gonna put you. If you believe in yourself, you got to take short money to make big money. So that means if they gonna put you on the B side or you gonna be in an even fight, take that shit. Because what they thought they was putting me in even fights, I didn't think they was even. They thought David Estrada was even. I didn't think it was even. I beat the shit out of them. Yep. Later in my career, they said, we gonna fly Ishe in and put him up against this guy that all he does is come forward, Paul Wolak in New York. They said he gonna beat him, he gonna run him out of the place. I was on the B side. I came all the way to New York. Fought him in New York. It was like fighting in a fucking soccer stadium. It was so loud. Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So all you got to do, man, is always bet on yourself. Always do the right thing. Can't be a part-time fighter. Can't do drugs, hang out, have sex, and then I'm just old school and then want to turn it on when you get to camp, man. You got to be a full-time fighter. You either all in or all out. I mean, if that's any advice I could give you, is never disrespect the game. Always take it serious, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
No doubt.
That was great advice. Great advice. Yeah. That guy against that Polish guy. The Polish guys, they show out.
Yeah.
For their peoples in Brooklyn. Yeah. There's a whole section in Brooklyn with just Polacks.
Man, it was the whole stadium was filled.
Am I allowed to say? I'm not allowed to say that.
You are.
Well, yo, I just I just realized Socrates was early today.
Yeah, he was on time.
Oh shit!
It's the first time. Yeah, pretty
This
much.
guy.
Well, not necessarily. He was a couple minutes late, right, D3?
Oh, I had. So
Yeah. He was a few minutes late, but
It's
it
been a
was
minute
better.
since you've been in New York, right?
I ain't been in New York in a minute, man. It's been a while. I need to come back.
If you ever come down to New York and you want a gym to train at, just come through my gym, bro. You always welcome.
You know, I'll definitely start. Last time I was there when I was sparring Giovanni Lorenzo, I think.
That's crazy.
Who set that up?
I think Ray set that up. I was sparring
Ray
Giovanni,
Campbell.
man. Yep.
Shout out to Ray Campbell.
Nice.
I was out there sparring. That was some easy work and some easy money, man. I like that work. Well, it wasn't like I had to worry about, because I had been sparred so many people. It was easy to me. You know, I had a good time though. It was a good experience out there. I came out there. They needed help.
Yeah,
it was good work, man. I loved it.
You know Georgie Tehran from the Bronx? He's out in Vegas.
Yeah, I know Georgie. Yeah,
he said he knows you. Yeah, so okay.
Yeah, Georgie's cool. I don't think he stopped fighting after a while. He came out here. I think.
Yeah, he's out. He's out there. He's out. You know, he's good. He's working and stuff. He just had a baby, not too long ago. You know, so yeah.
He was tall for a lightweight, right? He fought at like 135, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was tall.
Yeah, he was
man.
tall. Yeah.
Tall for his weight.
Yeah, ain't the wrong sport. You need to go play some basketball.
He was like about 5'11", right, Sock? About 5'11", I believe. Like
that, yeah. About 5'11". No, I think he was 6 feet.
6 feet, yeah. I mean,
5'11". I was so glad that one guy.
135.
I was so glad the one guy finally lost, bro. I was so happy.
Who, Fundora?
Oh my God, I was happy.
Bro.
I don't know why. It's not like I'm a hater, dog. I was just happy. Dog, you're a freak of nature, man. Nobody want to fucking fight you. You like what, 6'5"?
Yeah.
I wonder how the face-off would be if I was to face off with him, bro. I'm 5'7", bro.
Bro, like I'm 5'10".
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Back in the day, the biggest junior middleweight was like Vernon Forrest. Felix Trinidad was like 5'11", 6. Bro, nowadays all these fucking junior middleweights are like 6'1", 6 foot. I'm like, God.
I'm saying they in the wrong sport, bro. The guy Fundora remind me of Giannis.
I'm just like, bro, I was so happy. I was like, fine, get his ass out of here, bro. Nobody want to see, bro. You fucking too big, man. Nobody want to see that shit.
Yo, whatever happened to the dude that dropped him the first time? Not like the one that just beat him.
He fought Zoo.
He fought Costa Zoo.
Yeah,
he got beat by Tim Zoo.
Not Costa Zoo. We said Costa Zoo. Tim Zoo.
I thought that fight was gonna blow him up after that because you just beat the man. Like
Ocampo.
Yeah.
Are y'all sold on Zoo?
I'm not sold on him as a good boxer. I think he's okay. I like him because he's trying to take all the fights. He's not ducking nobody. I give him that credit.
Are you sold?
I'm not. I think he's. I don't think he's as good as his father was, but I think he's decent.
I'm not.
He got good power. He got good power.
I'm not sold. I mean, he's okay. I'm not sold on him like the boxing public is. I think if he was to fight Crawford, I think if Crawford moves up and exercises that WBO clause or something, they said he'll be as mandatory. I don't think he would even come close to beating Crawford. Not even remotely close.
Yeah, I think Crawford will beat him. I think Crawford will beat him. I don't, like I said, I don't think he's that good of a boxer. I think he's okay. I think he got more heart than he got skills.
Yeah. You know, that heart can get your ass killed sometimes. You feel
So what do you think of him fighting? I mean, it's an easy answer pretty much because he hasn't fought in over a year, but him and Keith Thurman.
I think he's gonna kill Keith.
Keith fights like once every 10 years.
Yeah, dog, you can't be out that fucking long, man. You just can't be out like you've. I don't know.
Speaking of smoking weed.
Yeah,
Keefy?
I just don't. I don't think you could just be out that long and you coming back and fighting a guy that's active and live. He's like a really live body, you know. You just can't. That's rough, man.
He's
I think
hungry. You coming for?
I
the
think he gets
paycheck?
stopped. I think that is a bad style to come off a long layoff to fight.
You know
Terrible.
what's crazy too? Every time I seen Keith Thurman fight, he got hurt to the body,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Tszyu goes to the body a lot. Bro.
Yeah.
It's a
Collazo.
bad style to fight.
Collazo hurt him to the body.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
that
got
was
hurt to the
that was
body,
one of the
bro.
most awkward endings I've seen. Because the next round, Collazo quit for whatever reason, but he hurt Thurman bad in that fight. Like
Yeah.
it was to the body, and Thurman was trying to give him props, and he was like, no, and like he hurt him bad. But
Riverside Rocky hurt him to the body too.
and he fought someone else recently, not
Mario
before-
Bayo.
Barrios.
Wait, didn't Pacquiao hurt him to the body too?
Yeah.
Yep.
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 He got hurt
And
to
he
the body.
dropped
a lot.
him.
Socrates hurt him to the body too.
Hey, what's the odds on that shit? I know that should be crazy. He should be like plus like maybe like 700-800.
I'll check it. That's
Your man,
interesting.
but your man Sean Porter said that he's gonna beat him.
Come on, man.
Hell no.
Come on,
Yeah, what's up with Sean Porter's
The only
gear?
way I can see him beating Tim Tszyu, he has to clearly outbox Tim Tszyu. I don't think he's going to stop Tim Tszyu. I don't even think he's going to hurt Tim Tszyu because I don't think he's going to get close enough to let Tim Tszyu hit him.
I think
So
Sean Porter, the boxer, was better than Sean Porter, the analyst.
And
Yes. By far.
Yeah, he be saying weird shit, man.
Bro, how about his gear? His suits are horrible.
Like,
The worst.
I can see
Horrible.
Thurman in this fight on his bike the whole entire fight. Because
It's
I think
possible.
Tim Tszyu is going to touch him to the body one good time, and he's going to be on a bike the whole entire fight.
Let me tell you the odds. The odds for this is through DraftKings. Tszyu is favorite. He's a minus 900, and Keith is plus 550.
Wait, they really fighting?
Yeah, they fighting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna put my house on Tszyu, bro.
It's non-title. It's not for a title, which is crazy.
No, but
I thought we was
listen,
talking about
listen
fantasy
to-
fights still, bro.
Listen to the crazy thing, though. It's not for a title, but the WBO came out and said if Tim Tszyu lose, he will lose his belt.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yes.
The hell?
I've never heard of that.
So why
me
not
either.
just make it a title fight? So that means if Tim Tszyu lose, he loses his belt, and they said Keith Thurman can fight Bud Crawford or whoever else is the mandatory.
You know
for
why
the
they call
vacant
him?
belt.
You know why they call him one time, right? Because
Why?
he's gonna fight one time. You're gonna see him in like 10 years, bro. That's why they didn't put the belt up, because he would have never fought again.
So they said if Tim Tszyu loses, he loses his belt, and Keith Thurman can fight either Bud Crawford or whoever else is the mandatory for the vacant WBO. Why not just make it a title fight then?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna lie though. Now that I'm thinking about it, Keith Thurman, he does got that power too, though. I don't
Bro,
think
he
Tszyu's gonna come
ain't
at.
punching like that, man.
I don't think Tszyu's gonna be coming at him like that, though.
He ain't punching like. What y'all think about, to switch the subject? What y'all think about the nappy head comment? Did y'all think it was racist?
I think it was.
Yeah, you could take that.
Things, in my opinion, there's certain things you just don't say, especially out loud in public.
What was the point of talking about somebody's hair to weigh in, bro? And that he's not even the one fighting.
And because he wasn't talking about, let's put it this way, he's not talking about Latinos' hair. He was talking about a hairpiece, right? And then Ryan's father retaliated with his comment. I just thought it was uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? That's just
I
my
don't
opinion.
think I'm.
But you also can't be
I've
soft.
shit on. I've had my comments about Garcia during the show. I don't think it was racist, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I grew up with Mexicans. Being from Vegas and California so close, we used to always have to compete against each other, like in the regionals and stuff like that, and in the states. So I had a lot of Mexican friends growing up, and we would snap on each other all the time, and all of that was fair game. So when you talk about the man's hairpiece, the first thing he probably looked at is his hair and be like, okay, your hair is nappy.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was racist. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he had any racist intent behind the comment. I just didn't, because that's just how brown
I think that
and black do things.
I agree with you saying.
I think
don't
that's
think he had an
fair. That's
intent
why.
of
That's
being
why.
racist. I just feel like
Yeah.
whoever he said it to, they could have took it a different way. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? They may have took it as racist, but I mean, you just talked about the guy here. He probably looking like, yo, your shit nappy. You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
made
I
it?
don't-
You know what made it racist though? When Devin was like, "Yo, that's racist." Then now everybody's like, "Yo, is it racist?" Like I started
Yeah.
asking.
Right. I think it. Yeah.
That's
I
what it
think.
was.
Yeah. I mean, in my
mean,
opinion, I just think there's certain things you don't say in public. That's just me. You know, whether it's racist or not, I think it could be borderline. But I just think in public, in front of media, on TV, I don't think you say certain things, and I think that was just one of them. That's my opinion.
I think we just got a little soft. We just gotten a little soft. You just can't say things nowadays. Mike Tyson would be bad in today's media.
I don't think it was racist, because when he said it, the first thing I thought of is his head do look nappy. That's the first thing I thought of. So I didn't take it as racist. I started laughing when he said it. I didn't take it as racist. I was laughing because if you look at it, you would say, yeah, your hair nappy. Because I mean, let's be honest. You go to school, you see somebody hair like that, but you're like, boy, why you don't comb your hair in the morning? Why your hair nappy like
Right.
that? So I
didn't think it was racist. I'm with you. I didn't think it was racist at all, just because I know brown and black how we operate, and he just said something about the man's toupee. It's fair game. You know what I'm saying? Toupee.
I think it's opinionated. I mean,
is that really
then again, it's excuse me.
Is that really a toupee?
What Ryan has, I didn't know that until he said it. So I
think they're just trying to get more fans on their side. Because look, first he went from what was the first thing he said about him? His religion, and you're talking about God and stuff. He brought that in, and now he's saying the hair's nappy, so it's racist. I feel like it's just to bring more people towards another direction. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's not that serious. Like in competition, people talk shit. Things are said. I feel like it can't be that soft, especially you about to punch each other, bro. You expect somebody to respect you, bro? Like, come on, gang.
I think it's opinion. It's Don Imus. Not Iceman, it's Don Imus. I remember that. I know you're talking about Picasso. Don Imus. Don Imus said that about the girls. Was it Rutgers? The girls' basketball team. Was it? It was a Rutgers basketball team. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It depends who he's saying too and how they take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't be soft in boxing though. Come on, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying in public and certain things. That's what I'm saying, in my opinion. But I think if you get checked on it and if somebody feels a type of way on it, I think you got to respect that and then move on. But then, you know, when he comes,
he said, "I'm not."
But he was the one that went after. He went. It wasn't.
But it was about a hairpiece, Sock. It wasn't about his hair.
But it had nothing to do with boxing.
Right after he said that.
The toupee was. Now, if he would have just said like, "Sit your nappy haired ass down," that's more, I think. But when you talk about somebody, that's you can't be mad at what may come back. I don't think it was racist. I don't think he had any racial intent behind the comment. I think he looked up and, like he said, you looked at his hair and you said, "Man, your hair nappy as hell. Sit your ass down." You know that there's nothing wrong with that. I just think I don't think it was any racial intent.
I agree.
I don't.
Yeah. I didn't take it as a racist when he said it, and like Ofacio said, it didn't seem racist until Devin said something about racist. I took it as a snapback, and then Devin was like, "Oh, what is that racist?" I'm like, I didn't take it as racist. Why would you say that?
Now, let me ask this question. I'm sorry, real quick. So
it's like lunchroom talk.
So let's say me and Sock get into like an argument or whatever, and Sock gets at me. Now look at me, right? And I made that comment about Sock and his big forehead. I mean, I made that about Sock, right? Would that be considered racist?
No.
No,
No, because
not
you're
if
talking
y'all
to Sonic.
snapping on each other.
Even
Not
his big ass
snapping on each
forehead.
Not if y'all snapping on each other.
I mean, look, crackers can say whatever they want. You know,
You can't say you can't say cracker. Cracker's racist. Now we getting fucking ignorant, man. Go ahead, son. You was gonna say something. Go ahead.
It was just a snapback at what he said. He had a
Right.
toupee. He said he had nappy hair. I mean,
That's it.
Like he say, if he would have said, "Sit your nappy head ass down," then you'd be like,
Right.
where that come from?
Yeah, yeah.
We got fights tomorrow. What your thoughts on Jake Paul from the two pros?
He's cooking that old man.
You know, dog.
Since no one's a hater.
You know what?
Bro.
You know what? Dead ass.
Bro.
Ass. I had no idea.
I fucks with Jake Paul.
You know what?
The dude he's fighting, bro.
I had no idea he was fighting tomorrow.
Only some.
Jake Paul.
I only pay attention to real fighters, and I had absolutely no idea he was fighting. I swear to God.
I saw him on FanDuel.
When you said we have fights tomorrow, I was like, "Who?" I had no idea.
The only person I knew that was fighting tomorrow was Amanda Serrano. I didn't know about nobody else that's fighting tomorrow.
You don't know Raymond Ford?
Yeah,
I didn't know he was fighting tomorrow.
I was just telling South that before we got on. The top rank card is pretty solid. There's a lot of good young
Now you know what it is, bro. I just watch boxing all the time, bro. That's why I know everybody.
Bro, I had no idea.
But I didn't know about Jake Paul either until I got on FanDuel. Because I wanted to play.
I didn't know Raymond Ford was fighting tomorrow because I didn't hear nothing about it. I just kept hearing about Amanda Serrano.
I don't know what's up with Top Rank this fight. They didn't like promote it. How they did, for example, how they did the undercard that I was on. What was his name? Oshaki.
Who's promoting Jake Paul now? Is he promoting himself?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, that's a pay-per-view, I think.
Yeah. What's it called? MVP Promotions? Yeah.
Is that on the zone?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the zone? Oh, I don't know. Honestly, like I said,
it's on the zone. It's on the zone.
It's on the zone. It's not a pay-per-view.
Okay.
It's not a
from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and Amanda Serrano said she's donating all of her proceeds to Puerto Rico.
She opened up a gym.
No, I think they donated the gym to her. I think Paul. I think they made the gym in honor of her for her or something like that.
You know what he's done? It's astonishing how much fucking money he's making in this game. It is absolutely, it is crazy, man. I can't hate on his paper, man.
There you go.
It is absolutely astonishing how much money he's making. It is, and he gives back. You know, he's paying his fighters well. He's paying Amanda Serrano well. It's just boxing is in a very peculiar place when a guy like him could be a multi-millionaire, man. It is fucking crazy, and just crazy how the game is.
I think he's honestly like bringing more fans to boxing. He's bringing the YouTube side over here. I feel like it's gonna maybe.
I don't think they pay attention to boxing though. I think they pay attention to him.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think they pay attention because those are the same fans that actually believe he can beat Canelo and shit like that. You know that.
Well, your boys are training him. That's why. Is he still fucking with Jay Leon?
I think he was with Jay Leon. I know he fired some people though. So I think he's with I think he brought in Shane though, right? He was working with Shane.
Really?
Yeah, I think Shane was in his coach's last fight.
I see. I didn't even know this.
I didn't know that.
Because wasn't he with somebody else? I didn't even know Jay Leon was with him. I thought he had the other guy.
Jay Leon,
BJ
like
Flores.
Flores. That's who I thought was.
I
with
think
him.
he fired BJ and the other guy and brought in after the loss to Tommy. I think he brought in Jay Leon's already been there, but I think he brought in Shane. So
I didn't.
I'm gonna be honest. I have never seen none of Jake Paul's fights. I've never seen none of them.
Cap.
I mean, he doesn't do anything for until I see him in there with a legitimate fighter. I I don't care to see Jake Paul.
Well, he is fighting quote unquote fighters now, but the basketball, the football,
it's a joke.
I'm cool on all that, dog. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, but he's fighting a guy that's a boxer, right? Tomorrow for the
he's fighting another.
I heard this guy fought on PBC before.
Yeah. Okay.
He gonna fuck around and lose to one of these guys.
I mean, tomorrow.
Well, he lost to Tommy Fury.
Yeah, Tommy Fury's a bum.
What do you guys think about Raymond Ford and Otabek?
You sparred Raymond Ford, right?
And I was gonna help him for Otabek, but he wanted a full southpaw, and I was fighting a southpaw, so I was like, yo, I don't want to have to switch and stay in one stance when my style is like a little bit of both. So I ended up not sparring him this game. Plus, he wanted me to
Russian dude, right?
Yeah, that Russian dude. But we're gonna be working together after this, though.
I mean, there's a couple. I don't know much about Raymond Ford, and I know Brian Norman Jr. is on the card.
That's a good fight too.
He's fighting somebody, Boca Chica, something like that. So I mean that's a good fight. And then Troy Isley is another young guy that's moving up. I think he's from the Atlanta area.
He's a beast too. Troy Isley's nice.
He's good. That's And then Floyd Diaz is another guy. I think he fights out of Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And Nico Ali Walsh. I'm looking at it now. He's fighting.
Yeah.
Floyd Diaz is nice too. I seen him when he came to John's Gym like years ago when I was young and I worked with him. I forgot how long ago was that. Kid is nice, bro.
Floyd Diaz.
Floyd Diaz grew up in the Mayweather gym. Got trained by Roger. He's been in the Mayweather gym since he had on diapers. How does he not sign to Mayweather Promotions and ends up at Top Rank? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
When I tell you this guy lives in the Mayweather, I remember him when he was like a fucking baby, man.
He came to the Bronx for like a few years. I think he lived here for a few years or something like that, and then he went back. Yeah.
Hey, one said you kind of look like Ali.
I see it. Yeah, this guy got jokes. This guy's the joker of that comes in. He always got jokes on people. He said I look like Ali Walsh.
Probably fight about as good too.
Huh?
I think your fighting levels about the same too.
Yeah. Gee, thanks. I don't know how to take that.
Speaking about your twin, Thomas, you think Ali Walsh is going to bounce back from his loss?
I have no idea. I just learned he's fighting on the card just now by looking at the card.
The guy that he's fighting is not the original guy he was supposed to fight. It's somebody that came in last minute. So the guy could be either prepared or not prepared. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't expect anything much from Nico. I don't think he's that good. I think they just build him up off of his name.
I mean, then again, what he had like one amateur fight, one pro, and they're building. He got his experience in the professional ring.
Yeah.
I mean, like we can't really expect much from him either.
Nah.
He living off the name, bro.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Cash out on the name.
That's
not
what
mad
it
at that. I'm not mad. If you gonna make money off the name, make money off the name, bro.
Yeah.
Don't knock his word.
Is he's still trained by the dude from Detroit? What's the guy's name from Detroit? Sugar
Hill.
Sugar Hill, yes.
I didn't know.
Because he was training him before.
I'm not sure if he's still with him. I know he was with him for a minute. I can't remember if the last fight if he was with Sugar Hill or not.
Wait, isn't he working with Coach K?
I don't know. Yeah. That's why I'm asking.
That Shushu's coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still with it because I know he was with Sugar Hill for a couple of fights.
Yeah.
But I think that fight that he had a draw, I can't remember if Sugar Hill was there, and I don't recall. I think, matter of fact, I think he is still with Sugar Hill because I think Sugar Hill.
Well, he got the draw right. He got the draw as a gift, and then he lost after the draw, right?
Yeah,
he got the
right.
Yeah, he lost his last fight.
You're right.
Yeah, he lost his last fight. He got the draw, and then he lost the last fight. Yeah, so now that I think about it, Sugar Hill was
who laughed,
Sugar Hill
man?
was
Who
in
laughed,
his when he had that loss.
Y'all ain't shit. Who laughed? Was that Sock? Was that you that laughed, Sock?
It was Sock.
You ain't shit.
Yo, speaking of Sugar Hill, let's talk about the heavyweight division real quick. Tyson Fury and Usyk. What happens? Ofacio. Who wins that fight?
I like Usyk. I mean,
Ishe.
damn.
I like Usyk too. I think Tyson Fury been playing too many fucking games, man. Don't know if he want to fight. Don't know if he's gonna fight. Just all kind of games, bro. And you know what? There's that little sparring clip where he got cut. I know it was just like maybe 30 seconds, but he looked like shit for those 30 seconds before he got cut. He did not, and that was like very close to the fight. Very close. And I'm just like, bro, you look like shit right here. Usyk is awkward, man. You know, he's hella awkward. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. If I was betting, I would bet on Usyk. I would not bet on Fury.
They both coming in like they like backing into this fight because Usyk wasn't great the last time out. D free.
Yeah, they both coming in on a questionable win.
Yeah.
Both of them. So
as long as his glove doesn't do this.
But you know what? At least Usyk actually, his questionable thing was with a get real boxer. This fucking guy looked like shit against a guy that's never boxed a day in his life. He fought a fucking amateur, man. Like a guy that never laced him up.
Yo,
that was his first pro fight.
That's a great segue.
That's true.
That's a great segue to my next question.
That was an amateur, right? With
Francis Ngannou.
With
Does Ngannou have a shot?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Against Joshua?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he beat.
A shot in his ass.
I think he beat. I mean, call me crazy, but I think Francis Ngannou will beat Anthony Joshua.
Wow, yeah, I agree with you, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. He got to punch his cans, bro.
Listen, the train runs. The train took off, whatever you want to call it, with that Fury shit. That no way does he do it again. I don't think.
I see Anthony Joshua.
I don't know if this is racist, but he's 6'5" and he's black, and he can punch.
Yeah, and see Anthony Joshua. Ever since he got beat by AJ, he goes into a shell when he gets in there with somebody with a big puncher. Somebody that hit him with a clean shot, he goes into a shell. We saw it in the two Usyk fights. And Usyk ain't known to be a big puncher like that. Now, Usyk can stop you, but he's not known to be a big puncher. And Usyk caught AJ with a nice shot, and AJ pretty much shelled up for the rest of the fight. And Francis Ngannou, we know he can punch. That's what he's known for.
How do we know he can punch, though, man? How do we know?
He's known for knocking people out.
With Fury?
Yo, somebody pull up Fury's face when he was on the floor. He was like,
Fury? A guy that's been down like 20 times the last 3 to 4 years. Come on, man. We don't know if he can fully box and punch. That's a difference. Maybe MMA punch, but we don't know if he's fully punching as a boxer. Those guys all can punch because they're all 200-some pounds. I was telling people that with Fury, they say, man, Fury, he did something with the gloves. He can't punch. I'm like, bro, if you think that motherfucker is 280 pounds and he can't punch, you lost your fucking mind. He's not punching like Wilder, but he can punch. All those guys can punch. I just don't see how a guy with no fights and no professional background at all can compete again against a guy that this time is going to take it very serious and not play no games. It's clearly Fury did not take him serious whatsoever.
Yeah.
And he like I just told you, young man, don't disrespect the game. No matter who you fighting, when you fight, don't. And he clearly disrespected the game and it showed. I don't think Joshua does that. I think he beats him and he maybe even stops him.
I think Joshua stops him. I think exactly for what you said. I think he's going to come in serious because he knows Ngannou's going to come in there serious, and he's going to try to take his head off because that's pretty much the only shot he's going to have. And I think Joshua comes prepared, and I think Joshua outboxes him and maybe frustrates him for 2 rounds, and 3rd or 4th round Joshua clips him. I think it's an easy win for Joshua, in my opinion.
Actually, Socrates looks like Anthony Joshua a little bit.
Oh no.
You do, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, bro.
This is about
Cheeky fellow.
Yeah, I love what Francis has done though. Broke off from the UFC. You know, wanted to do things his way. Has made a shitload of money. He definitely wouldn't have made with UFC.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But I don't think it goes. I think that fairy tale ends this fight right here. I think it ends, man.
Opulent, where you disagree? Who you think wins, Opulent? Yeah.
You know Dana White.
I know
I'm gonna put some money on Francis. I know that much.
I think Dana's like the Donald Trump of combat sports. He wants shit done his way and willing to screw over people and do shit his way. You know, he took the sponsorships away from the UFC fighters and made it corporate for him, and you can't get the sponsorships no more, which a lot of them, that's how they was making money, you know, putting shit on their trunks and all of that. And you know, it's just the rich keep getting richer. And I think, you know, he's done a lot for that sport, but he's also, you know, the fighters don't make shit. And I think Francis did right breaking off. He's a seriously multimillionaire now. He's got paid for the Fury fight. Just reported he's getting 20 for fucking this fight. That's crazy, man.
Speaking about those 2 fights, how do you feel about the Saudis getting into the sport of boxing?
Great question.
I love that they coming with that bag. That's what I love when fighters get paid, man. So I'm all for that shit. And I love that they're trying to put the best fights on. What I don't know is the infatuation that these guys at you know, PBC had, the loyalty and all of that is crazy to me, because you know they offered Tank, and they would have brought that bag out for him. That Saudi money is different over there, man, and he just wasn't budging at all, you know. So I don't know, man. I think at some point you got to think about your family and take care of your family, man, and be loyal to those that are loyal to you. And he should have went over there and got that bread. Them Saudis is breaking that bread, man, and they put together some great events, man. That should be looking nice. They be building up arenas and shit. Take them 2 days to build a whole arena. Yeah. So that, man, I'm glad they're getting in because they're trying to make the best fights. And I think Top Rank getting involved with them a little bit.
They are. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't. Because obviously Eddie Hearn,
Fury and Usyk.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Usyk is Queensberry, you know, too, I believe, right?
Yeah. I think Usyk signed with them. Signed with them over in Saudi.
Really? I thought, because isn't he that has to be through Queensberry though, because I think that's what I thought. I didn't think
he may have gave them a piece of himself. Isn't Fury with Top Rank still though? And
in the US. In the US.
In the US, right? But so, I think Barbarian still has something to do with him, even if he right, you get a little percentage.
I think so too.
I think you get a small percentage, and it's mainly because Fury is not allowed back in the U.S. He's not allowed back in the U.S., so he can't come over here to fight. So I think he still get a small percentage. I think Fury.
I think he's partial promoter. It's him and I think what's the guy's name for Queensberry? Frank Warren. I think it's Frank Warren. Yeah. He has control, or he has part, you know, promotional ownership, whatever you want to call it, over Usyk and Fury.
How bad did y'all think Deontay Wilder looked his last fight?
I didn't think he looked good at all. I didn't think he looked good.
He didn't. It looked like his head was in another place. Honestly,
It looked like they tried to
I don't
cage him too
even
fast.
I don't even think it was his head ain't in the right place. I think Father Time caught up to him. He's 38 years old or 39 years old, and he's been out of the ring 14 months since his last fight, and I think it caught up to him. I didn't think he looked good at all, and I like Wilder, but I didn't think he looked good at all.
I thought he looked like, to me, and we all get there. He looked like, to me, a guy that couldn't pull the trigger, and it's time to hang him up. When you can't pull that trigger, man, and he just looked like he couldn't pull it. I don't know if it had to do with the layoff or what, but man, when you getting in them fights and you can't throw your hand, you can't let your hands go, and we all like, why ain't you punching? Yeah, it's time to hang him up, man. Because maybe he's scared of what's coming back. Yeah, you don't want to get caught. It's time to hang him up. He didn't look good at all. I didn't think he looked good at all.
Yeah.
You think it's either a little lack of focus, or you think he just needs maybe another trainer? Is Malik Scott is he not it?
I don't think it's I think it's like he said, Father Time, man. I think it's time to hang him up. Whenever you get to that point, because most of the time, when you see a fighter that's done, he's had a lot of fights, and you think he's almost done, what is the first thing they can't do? They can't pull the trigger. Yeah, you say, why ain't he throwing punches? Yeah. It's time, man.
And that's what we said. He didn't throw punches. He didn't throw.
He wasn't throwing punches, and his reaction time was off. Yeah. His reaction time was way off. And that's usually one of the signs as well. When you get older, your reaction time is off.
Yeah. So and it's not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying I just think it's time for him to hang it up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's not what Parker did in the fight. It's what Deontay didn't do.
He didn't do, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's pretty much what it was. So
And credit to Parker. Parker fought a smart, disciplined fight.
Perfect fight. And don't Duddy, who trains him? The one boy, right?
Is it Davison? Davison was trained. No,
Irish.
Lee.
Andy Lee.
Andy Lee. Yep. I was thinking of Don Duddy. I thought Andy Lee, that's a former fighter.
Yeah.
A great game plan.
Yeah. And he was disciplined.
Very disciplined.
And Wilder didn't throw punches, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought he had some opportunities and he didn't let the hands go, but
and that's another thing I knew it was time for Wilder to hang it up. The one thing that I did not see from Wilder that we normally see every fight is his jab. I didn't see his jab at all in that fight. And that's what Wilder normally sets up his right hand with, is the jab. He wasn't throwing the jab out. It was like he was flinging it out there, but it wasn't his jab that he normally throws.
Right.
It was more so he was throwing it out there just to keep the guy away. But Parker was just coming straight through because there wasn't nothing on it.
Yeah.
The best heavyweight may be Zhang.
The boy from China?
Yeah.
You think?
I think at the moment now, I think he's got a legitimate shot to beat any of the, either Usyk or Fury. And he's got a big fight coming up, right? Is it him and Parker?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully maybe he gets a title shot after that. Then after that, who do you have? You have the kid, the Croatian guy. What's the Croatian guy, the heavyweight that he fought? He beat Zhang. Controversial.
That was a bullshit decision.
Herkovic.
Honestly,
man.
Us even talking about it, the heavyweight division is trash, bro.
No, I do not like Herkovic at all. I heard so many good things about Herkovic, and then when I seen him,
the heavyweight division is trash. Man.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's been trash for a minute.
And speaking of heavyweight, Jared Anderson got in trouble again.
Yes.
Yeah, he got locked up. He ain't getting in trouble. He got locked up.
What's good with your man?
Which one is Jared Anderson?
The prospect from Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, what the hell he do now?
He got served with a warrant for obstructing the justice.
Well, he's riding dirty, right? But then he get.
So, but basically, what that means is he tampered with the investigation. So they got obstruction of justice. They served him with a bench warrant.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
You are our legal expert.
You gotta stay
I
out
mean,
of the way, man.
Hey, that's my feel. I mean, it is what it is.
I appreciate you, D Free, for that insight. But yeah, he got in trouble, and you know he's one of the guys that they look as a future champion, you know, in the heavyweight division. But in the heavyweight division, it's not much. It's not much.
Top Rank is going to try to cash him out ASAP.
Probably.
No, you know it's bad when we searching for a heavyweight. Like there's I mean, outside of Usyk and Tyson Fury, there ain't no heavyweight that you can really be proud about.
Nah.
No.
I would like to see Zhang get a shot.
Not from the States anyway. We don't have shit from the States right now at all. We don't have one champion from the States.
Not a heavyweight.
Not a heavyweight. No. We don't even have a. That's crazy.
And the one person that everybody was hoping for, he just got locked up last night.
Yep, Jared Anderson, and this really in the States. You have. I can't think of anybody else.
Like you said, Deontay's almost 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's cooked, man. I think that meat is well done, bro. It's time to bring him up out of there, dog.
Great word. Speaking of cook, what just random, your experiences with Adrian Broner?
Hit or miss. Adrian is the sweetest guy you can meet, and he'll talk to your family, speak good to you, wish you well. He cool as shit, but then he has this other side of him, this personality that you just you don't understand, bro. Like you be like, man, why are you doing all that extra shit? I definitely think he should have took that money he was offered when I think Eddie came at him with that $40 million a bag he was trying to give him. I bet you he regret that shit now.
No, was it him or was it the Jay-Z joint?
No, it was the Jay-Z joint.
Yeah, the Jay-Z joint. The Rock, yeah. They offered
one of them offered him a big bag. It was like it was $40 million or something.
Yep.
Rockefeller?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Now he's with Don King.
And he's supposed to. I heard maybe he may fight.
Yes.
I didn't even know Don King was still in the business until I saw I swear I hadn't seen Don King in maybe 10, 15 years until I saw AB pull up with him.
He's got a couple fighters. I believe he has another fighter that's supposed to fight in the next month or two, besides Broner.
I think the last AB was Stavern.
The last
Don
big
King
fighter he had was a champion, Stavern. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
Yep. Yeah. Because he was promoted. He was part of the promotion when he fought Wilder.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. That was like 10 years ago. Like I said, I was surprised it was still around.
Yeah, but I believe he has another fighter besides Broner.
AB a Hall of Famer?
I say he is. I mean,
it's tough.
He's the youngest 4-division champion. I mean, AB fought everybody. I would say he's a Hall of Famer.
Is Mark Kriegel a voter?
Mark Kriegel?
Remember that interview? He was like, "You 3-time world." He beat who?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of the guys that's in the Hall of Fame, I think AB belongs in the Hall of Fame.
He's a good character.
And the resume part is good. I mean, he's got some losses to some good fighters, but the bottom line is he fought them. Like he fought Pacquiao, he fought Garcia, he's fought who's another name guy?
I put it this way. If you got Tim Bradley in the Hall of Fame, I gotta put AB in the Hall of Fame.
Tim Bradley beat Pacquiao, man. That's gotta put you.
I mean, yeah, he did.
He got the decision.
He
got
did.
He got the decision. That's true.
He got on his record. He beat Pacquiao. In real life, I think he got gifted.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's some other questionable.
I can't take it away from him. It's on his record, so I give him that. It's on his record. He beat him, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao.
Yeah.
How many of y'all believe that?
You got fighters that are not in the Hall of Fame that probably should be in the Hall of Fame. So
Diego just got in this last cycle.
Yeah.
I mean, Jermaine Taylor's still not in the Hall of Fame, and he's undisputed champion.
Then they just let Ricky Hatton in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't.
It was a big money. Made a lot of big draw.
Yeah. But is that enough to be a Hall of Fame fighter?
I got two guys that to me should be in the Hall of Fame.
A lot of people have been telling me for some years now, Sean Porter's a Hall of Famer. If Sean Porter in the Hall of Fame, AB got to be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know how Sean Porter's Hall of Fame. I don't get that.
I mean, and like I said, Sean Porter.
You don't have
Sean
in the Hall of Fame.
Who?
Say that again.
You don't have Sean in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he's a Hall of Fame.
He's trolling. Ishe trolling.
Oh, he's okay. Because I thought he was serious.
No, I'm
trolling. Yes,
I'm
you
just
are.
saying, you don't think? I'm trying to think. It's hard.
Wait, time out. You're confused me here. So you think he is a Hall of Famer?
No, I'm just.
Yeah,
I
don't think so.
think he is.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Dog, to get in the Hall of
thinks
Fame,
he is. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
To get in the
What
Hall
about
of
Fernando
Fame,
Vargas?
I think wow.
You don't think who's a Hall of Famer?
I said Sean Porter. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
I don't think about. I'm saying a lot of people have been saying for years, but they've been saying for years that he is a Hall of Famer fighter.
I don't think so.
I got someone that should be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm biased. I can't answer the Vargas.
I'm not.
I know. See,
I think my
whole thing is the problem that I had.
Not Mayorga.
Made money.
Yeah, but Mayorga's not a Hall of Famer. He lost every big
fight. He was a great heel. He was a great heel.
He was.
They all fought him.
See, the problem that I had with the Hall of Fame, the problem I had with the Hall of Fame is we don't know what the criteria is to make the Hall of Fame.
Sock is trolling right now. There's no way Mayorga's a Hall of Famer. He lost.
Yo, bro,
he lost every big fight.
Sock said that with the most straightest face. He didn't smile or nothing.
He's trolling, bro. There's no way.
He beat Vernon twice. And he
beat
everybody. You know what? There is not a person in boxing that actually thinks Mayorga is better than Vernon. The problem with that fight is that's just a bad fucking style for Vernon.
Yeah, and he got in his head. He got in his head too.
Bad fucking style.
Yeah,
bad style for him. But I don't know why.
100%.
But
every other big fight, he lost to De La Hoya. He lost to Trinidad.
But they all made money out for him.
He lost to Shane
He was a
too.
great villain.
So you gonna put him in the Hall of Fame for losing? He lost to Shane twice.
Shane, Cotto. He fought everybody.
He lost to Shane twice. Cotto, Trinidad,
Vargas.
Vargas.
No, man, he can't
beat
get
Vargas.
in, bro.
Spinks, undisputed. Spinks became undisputed off of him.
Spinks beat Mayorga?
Yes, to be undisputed.
No, hell no.
At welterweight, yeah.
Okay,
that was an undisputed fight.
I got a good one for y'all. Is Judah a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
I think so.
Ooh.
I say yes. And I'm biased.
I mean, if now, and see, that's why I say, if you say Zab Judah's a Hall of Famer, you got to say AB's a Hall of Famer.
I think Zab had a better career than Judah.
Oh man, I think Zab had a better career than AB, man.
No, I understand. Zab fought at the same weight class for majority of his career, but AB's a 4-division champion.
Zab was undisputed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so was Jermaine. So was Jermaine Taylor. So was who's the other guy?
I think I
I think
honestly
Jermaine Taylor's Hall of Fame, but I
I
don't think
think
they put him
Jermaine
in.
Taylor should be in there. Jermaine
Yeah, I
beat
think Jermaine
Bernard,
Taylor's-
right? Jermaine did beat
Yeah,
Bernard.
he beat Bernard. He beat Bernard
should
for
be in.
undisputed.
Yes,
He beat
should
Bernard
be
for
in.
undisputed. And that's
He
what I
fought
keep
Bernard
saying.
twice,
Everybody,
right?
Yeah, he beat him twice. He beat him for undisputed, then he beat him in a rematch.
Yep.
And that's why I keep telling everybody. They were like, "Well, he had a lot of bad losses at the end of his career. That don't take away from the wins."
Yeah, I think I'm with you, D. What is the criteria are we going off? That's the problem with the Hall of Fame.
That's
There's
the
no
problem that I have.
criteria.
Sock is only going by who makes the most money.
Yeah.
But
Listen, there's no way you can put Arturo Gatti and Hatton in the Hall of Fame
I
and
agree.
not put Jermaine Taylor.
I don't think Gotti's a
They
Hall of Famer.
accomplished more.
Yeah.
Jermaine Taylor accomplished more than both of them.
Yep.
How
Exactly.
isn't he in the Hall of Fame? That's what
I
I'm with
agree.
you.
And
What is criteria?
Me and Sock has debated this before about Arturo Gatti. I don't think he's Hall of Famer. Atlantic City Hall of Fame, absolutely. Absolutely in the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. But
HBO Hall of Fame.
No.
First ballot HBO.
That's the problem. That's the problem that I have with Hall of Fame. That's why I say when people say, "Hey, this guy's a Hall of Fame," I'm like, "You don't know." They're like, "How you gonna say?" I'm like, "You don't know." We got Jermaine Taylor who beat Bernard Hopkins twice, and he ain't in the Hall of Fame. Because everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, Devin Haney going to the Hall of Fame." How you gonna tell me that? He's undisputed.
Winky
was
Wright.
Jermaine Taylor.
Winky Wright is in, ain't he? Winky should be in. I think he was in.
I think he might have just got in not too long ago.
Yeah, he got Virgil Hill.
When these guys put real pressure on,
Well, Virgil Hill got in because he got all those title defenses.
especially in the basket.
I think I think he has the record.
Right.
But who?
Truthfully, I don't
There's
know.
another one that's not in that should be in. There's another one that's not in that. But I'm with you. Gotti was more like a exciting fighter, but exciting and accomplishment is two different things.
I agree.
So I don't know.
Like back in the day, like Bobby Chacon.
Yeah, I don't know if he's because now you're putting him amongst the best.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you take the Hall of Fame fighters and his weight, I don't know if he can compete against the best of the best. We saw what Floyd did to him. So I just don't know how you. Yeah, that's tough, man.
I think a part of it is because how he died.
That don't, just because you die don't put you in the Hall of Fame.
I'm saying, but how I think that plays a part.
How?
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know. I just think if he was alive, maybe he doesn't get in. Like him and Mickey Wharton, right? You know.
Is Mickey in?
No way.
No.
You can't do that.
Wait. So if you put Arturo Gotti's in,
like I
why
said,
isn't Mickey
if
in?
Gotti's alive, I don't think he's in.
Yeah, and it's like they felt sorry.
So now we give you sympathy because you died. We put you in.
Well, we didn't vote for him.
I didn't vote for him.
No, I'm just saying we put you in because you died. That's the criteria. I think to get in the Hall of Fame. You gotta die to get in.
I think that's the reason why Gotti got in there because of the way he died.
Thank you,
I think that's the reason why he got in there. Because outside of that, I don't think Gotti is a Hall of Famer. But I think because of the way he died, and I think he was still fighting at the time. I don't think he was retired yet.
I think you're right. I don't think.
Okay, so how did
Gomez.
How did Gotti die again? I'm trying to remember.
Killed.
He was on vacation with his estranged wife, and they said he hung himself. But they said it looked like it was a homicide. But they said he hung himself.
Okay. Now I do remember that.
Yeah, they said he hung himself.
So Diego died in the motorcycle accident. He got in at the last minute. He got in. He just got in. Who had a better career?
Corrales, in my opinion.
Yeah, Corrales definitely had a better career.
Corrales, and it's not even close. It's not even close.
Had a better career.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that. I always thought that would have been a really good fight for TV.
He would have killed Arturo Gatti. He would have knocked him out, bro. He would
I
have
think it would
killed
have
him.
been at 140. I think it's a good fight.
It's a good fight for about 7-8 rounds. He would have killed him.
Arturo Gotti would have looked like Diego Corrales versus Floyd.
He would have killed. But I'm saying there's no. What is the criteria here? Because clearly we're not going off accomplishments now.
And the shock is the money.
If you let Arturo in, you gotta let AB in.
I know what it is now. I know what it is. I just figured it out. I know what it is. It's not that. It's popularity. That's what they're going off of.
Nobody cares about that though. There's a lot of popular people in the NFL.
Wait. If it's the popularity, then Ryan Garcia belongs in there too.
So right. So if Ryan beats Devin, and
first ballot.
He's first ballot Hall of Fame because he's the most popular fighter of all time.
It's a wrap.
Come on, man. What's
His
the
statue gonna be bigger than Oscars.
What is the fucking criteria, man? There's no criteria because clearly Diego has like Arturo Gotti was a fucking first ballot Hall of Famer. They both died. Diego died a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he just now got in. Come on.
I think you're right. I don't think Arturo should be in. I don't think Ricky Hatton is Hall of Fame.
No, Ricky Hatton definitely shouldn't be in.
I mean, who did Ricky Hatton? What's his big wins?
His
two that's it.
His two biggest fights was both losses. Manny and Floyd.
Knockout losses too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
two biggest fights was both losses.
But he was a big ticket draw. And I think
that doesn't put you in the Hall of Fame, though. So okay, under your method, when it's all said and done. Hold on, wait. You just said big ticket. You said big ticket draw. That's what you said.
That's part of it.
Okay, so under your method, when it's all said and done, Jake Paul is a Hall of Famer.
If he wins tomorrow, he gets closer. He gets a little closer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He gets a little closer.
We need to see him against
Hall of Famer because we not going off accolades
if he beats Clarissa Shields,
if he does get a world title if he ever does get a world title, he'll be the first YouTuber to do that.
If he beats Clarissa Shields,
hey, I mean they got Rocky Balboa in there, so they got.
He shouldn't be in there either.
That's a joke.
That's a joke, man.
They put Rocky in. That's a joke.
That's a joke.
I think that I'm trying to figure out how Rocky got in there and Apollo Creed didn't get in. He just died.
He may get in now.
Well,
he may get in now.
Because sock theory is you gotta die. That's the only way you can get in.
If he dies, he dies.
It's gotta be tragic.
Yo, you're off the hook, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird that Jermaine Taylor's not in. I think Jermaine Taylor.
What about Junior Jones?
I don't think he's in.
No, he's not.
No.
That's crazy. He beat Barrera.
Twice.
That's crazy.
Is Roy Jones in there?
Of course.
Roy's in there. He got to be in there. That's crazy.
I ran Barkley, if you think about it. I mean, he beat Tommy Hearns twice.
Yeah.
Vernon's not in there. Vernon's not.
I don't think he's on the ballot. I don't think he's on the ballot.
Vernon's not in there either, is he?
Nope.
I don't think Vernon's in there.
Nope, he's not.
No.
What about Starlin?
Marlon
Starlin
had a great career. If you ask John,
he not.
John Iceman said that he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think I agree with him.
I mean, like I said, when you go back and you look at some of the people that's in the Hall of Fame, and you look at some of the ones that's not in the Hall of Fame, you like, hold up, we need to substitute this one for this one. We need to substitute this one for this one.
I want to know who does the voting. That's what I'm curious. Who are the voters?
You need
What
to
is-
get your man Steve Farhood up in here
Matter of fact,
next week.
Either Sock or Thomas, we gotta have the commission up here so we can ask him who does the voting on the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because he gets a vote. He votes.
Right.
Who's
Yeah,
Farhood?
Randy Gordon. Randy Gordon gets a vote. He's
The
part of the
commish?
press. Huh?
The commish? Randy
commish,
Gordon, the
yeah.
commish? Yeah.
He-
He's cool. I've always loved him.
Yeah, we had him on, and he has a show too. I think he does a show with Jerry Cooney now. But he told
Wait,
us.
now I got a good question that you brought. Is Cooney in?
No,
No, I don't think so. He's not
No.
Hall of Fame. No, yeah.
no.
He's not in.
He doesn't even got his. He's only got one really good win, and that was who he knocked out.
Ken
Was it
Norton.
He was,
And he was
hold on,
old.
wait. Wait, he
Old
was
Ken Norton.
He
Old
was
Ken
popular
Norton,
though. He was
yeah.
popular though.
Yeah.
Sock
You try to play
theory,
me.
he's in. Sock
You
theory.
trying to play me? I see where you're going. I see where you're going, Carl Malone.
Under Sock theory, he's in.
Yeah.
Hey, under Sock's theory, he's in.
I see where you're going.
He's in.
Yeah.
He's
I see where
in.
you're going.
Yeah.
You know, when he fought Larry Holmes, they all thought he was going to beat Larry Holmes. He was
Yeah.
the great white height.
Yeah.
Under Sock theory, he's fucking in. We gotta put him in.
Yeah.
We gotta put him in. He goes in.
Hey,
He's popular.
he
You
was.
put Ricky
Yeah, I
Hatton
mean-
in. Who's more popular, Jerry Cooney or Ricky Hatton? I'm taking Cooney. Heavyweight white boy. He had a big fan base out here in America. You know it. So you put Ricky in, you got to put him in. It's a free fall. Start putting all these motherfuckers in. Under Sock
Yeah.
theory, they all go in.
But it's crazy. I mean, to go back to the original question, I think it's a good debate with Adrian Broner. I think he's borderline, and I think Zab Judah definitely borderline as well. But I would put Zab Judah in.
I think both of them deserve to be in it.
Zab
to be
won
honest
2
with you.
divisions.
Yeah, and he
I
was
think-
undisputed.
I think both of them deserve to be in it. If you ask me.
Yeah.
Because like you said, that I mean, if you undisputed, you should automatically go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It ain't that many undisputed champions.
Let's put it this way:
And-
who's a better fighter, Zab or Ricky Hatton? Sock?
Zab.
Zab, I think I would have to go with
Yeah,
Zab.
I mean,
I mean, I would have to talent-wise Zab, but Zab had. I mean, Ricky. I tell you what, if they fought and that fight got into the 8th, 9th round, I don't know, Zab.
But Sock, but
I'm
what
just
are we
saying.
what are we putting? Okay,
I like Zab.
what are we putting Ricky in? What are we putting him in for?
Sock, the criteria, bro.
Yeah, what are we putting Ricky in for?
You talking to me like I wrote the rules?
No,
to
you're saying
Minnesota.
you said popularity. So where is
No, I didn't say popularity. I said he draw money. He was big ticket.
okay? That's still popularity.
When that
Popularity.
Blue Moon hit, that shit was fire.
I'm just trying to figure out what did Ricky do that Zab
The Blue Moon
didn't?
hit.
Zab ain't in.
Well, the common opponent is Costa Zoo. What did Costa Zoo do to Zab Judah?
That was a young Costa Zab fought.
And
A young-
I'm gonna quote someone in an interview that said Costa Zoo made you do the walkout.
Yeah,
It was you, sir.
I did say
Damn.
that.
You did say that.
I did.
You
say
said
that.
it to me.
I did say that. I did say
I
that.
keep receipts.
damn.
But you know
man.
what, man? If I had to go with a fighter,
Ofacio, YouTube that.
I'm gonna go with. I don't know. It's just the criteria is kind of fucked up, man.
The arena.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is. Very.
Zab should be a Hall of Famer.
Zab should be in. I know some of the guys you know is in. That Joe Kazagi's in. He should be in.
Yeah.
He's got to
Yeah,
be.
no
in.
doubt. What about those guys like Sven Otke from Germany that fought? He never left Germany. Was he in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know if he's in, but he shouldn't be in.
You know
He
what?
never.
Keep
He
that.
never. He never.
He never fought outside of Germany, I don't think.
You're wild for that one.
Would you put Earl Spence in?
I would.
Wow.
Why? Because he only fought at one weight?
No, I'm saying,
because I mean, he's a
Spence
unified champion.
If Spence
What's his signature win?
Would you put him in?
I think I would, yes.
Over the names we already named. We've named
How about
names.
Inu? How about Inu?
Inu's a Hall of Famer. I think he's a first ballot.
In a way?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, he got to be because he's the only second fighter to be 2 times undisputed in the 4-belt era.
Let me go back to the Spence one, because are we punishing Spence because of the division? Because he's got one, he only lost to the guy that's clearly, that's the best. He's the number 1 guy. I mean, and Spence is the number 2 guy. Is there a number 2 guy over Spence during the time that Spence has been active? I mean,
no.
He's a Hall of Famer to me. I mean, let's see what he does. But if he retired today, I think he's a Hall of Famer. First ballot, no, but I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to punish him for one division because Marvis Haggard fought one division his entire career.
Yeah.
So I'm not punishing him for one division.
What I'm saying is that he's only got one loss to the guy that's obviously the number 1 guy, which is Crawford, because Crawford beat him. But like during Crawford and Spence's time at 147 at welterweight, can we say is there a number 2 over Spence? And I think the answer is no. I mean,
that's a good argument, Tom.
What
about Danny Garcia?
No shot. You think he's in?
He's in.
No shot.
No.
There was
no shot.
There was a time where he was knocking out every fucking body. You want to talk about signature wins and popularity?
The Matisse win is big.
The Matisse win was big because I didn't expect that.
Nobody picked him to fucking knock out nobody picked him to beat Amir Khan either. And he knocked him out.
I think Danny gets in.
Now, definitely for sure. If Danny's in, AB gotta be in.
Damn, you love AB.
Yo, yeah. But Danny's best win might be the Matisse fight, because who he beat? He beat an old Eric Morales, right? He beat Zab Judah, and Zab Judah was competitive in that fight. Zab Judah was not the Zab Judah that we know.
But we know that Danny was on the B side when he fought Amir Khan.
Correct.
He was not picked to win that fight.
And Matisse.
Yeah, but when we see Amir Khan, the way his career, developed after that,
we can't count that. We can't count after. We got to count what happened.
Amir Khan a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
No. I mean,
not.
No.
No way.
No.
I mean, according to Sock, he got
shit.
fight.
You see what you started, Ishe? Fuck you, man. I ain't spoke to this man in 10 years.
Yeah, according to you might be on the board. You might have something to do with the damn votes. Yeah, man. No,
we got. You know what's funny, and this would be good. This is why we got to get the commish, because the commish kind of agrees with some of the people that Sock said. Because I think the commish voted for Ricky, because I think I see one in the show and he said he was gonna vote for Ricky Hatton. Now the commish is an overly nice guy, and I think he likes everybody though. So I would like to have a show with you, Ishe, and the commish and Sock, and then obviously us, and talk about Hall of Famers, because I think
Steve Farhood.
You got to get Steve. Yeah, you got to get Steve on too.
Okay.
That'll be good. Steve's a good friend of mine too. You got to get him on. But no, some of these guys.
You need to hook us up.
Some of these guys should not be in. Some of these guys. I'm on the fence with Ricky. I don't know if I put him in. I don't
think he's Hall of Fame. I mean, Gotti. We said Gotti. We said Sylvester Stallone.
I don't know. I don't know how. I really don't know how Gotti just, it might be the death thing, like you guys said. I just don't know how he got in either.
I think Marlon Starling is a guy that should be in because
How
he's
the
got wins.
hell-
He's got wins like he beat. Did he when he beat this guy Breland? Wasn't Breland undefeated?
Hey, y'all think
yes.
Breland was undefeated.
Y'all think Keith Thurman is a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
No.
Jermaine Taylor should be in though.
Yes.
That's without a question.
I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised if Keith make it in there.
I don't know.
Based
Ever since he
off
got to
what?
147, he hasn't been one time. I know that much.
Based
Okay.
off what? Who was this? Based off what? He didn't fight Earl Spence when he could have. There's a lot he didn't do.
Yeah, I mean,
He lost.
we got
to
Ricky Hatton in there.
What about Leo Santa Cruz?
I think Leo's in.
Wow.
I mean,
Leo's in.
I don't know about that.
But he's like what, 3-time champ?
Three division champ.
I think he's in.
And he only got what, 2 losses? Yeah, he only got 2 losses.
Michael Moore got in too. You think Michael Moore should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. I
Michael
don't
Moore?
like him personally, but yes.
I don't think he should be in.
I don't know if he did enough.
I don't think he did enough. He lost to George
But he
Foreman.
got
George
in.
Foreman was 85 years old when he knocked him.
Yeah. George Foreman
he's not a nice
came
guy.
out of he just came out of like a 20-year retirement.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. That's deep. Because outside of he got knocked out against George, he's more known for losing to George than anything. When you think of Moore, when you think of Michael Moore, you think of him losing to George. You don't think of nothing he did in boxing. That's the first thing you think about.
Evander Holyfield was having a heart attack.
That's his biggest fight, him getting knocked out by George. That was his biggest fight.
I don't know if he's in.
And Evander was having a stroke.
Yeah.
You guys, I appreciate you guys. I'm about to head out of here.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you, Ofacio. I'll link up with you, see if maybe because Rich Mancuso wants to have you on. So
everybody, thank you guys. Yo, bro, thank you for the opportunity. Yo, D-Free, appreciate you. Yo, Ishe, thank you for the advice, my brother. I appreciate you and God bless you, bro.
God bless you, man.
All right.
Be safe, guys, for sure.
Thanks, bro. Take care.
All right, Pop.
Take it.
But I don't know George. I don't know Michael Moore for nothing else but losing to George Foreman.
Yeah, you can't put Michael in.
But he's in. He got in, no?
He just got in this year.
Yeah.
He got in the same class as Ricky Hatton.
And I don't like him.
This is
Jermaine Taylor. I'm going on strike for Jermaine Taylor.
Yeah, this is a class that they felt this is a pity class. Let's let him in. Something happened, man, because Michael Moore and Ricky Hatton together and no Jermaine Taylor. He was undisputed. He beat Bernard Hopkins, who's in the Hall of Fame twice.
I agree.
Come on, man. That don't make no sense. There's no criteria. There's just no criteria here.
I can't see a reason why you would keep Jermaine Taylor out of the Hall of Fame.
Moore was brilliant. Yeah, I mean, he beat Holyfield, but then didn't Holyfield knock him down like 5 times in a rematch or something like that?
I mean, he was light heavyweight champ.
Yeah,
he was heavyweight champ. He's the first southpaw heavyweight champ.
But that was when light heavyweight wasn't really good though. Back in the day, it wasn't what it is. The years later, it became.
That's true.
Light heavyweight was like cruiserweight, back in the day. Nobody. Yeah. That's why Holyfield moved up. Holyfield's more. Nobody remember Holyfield from cruiserweight. They remember Holyfield the heavyweight.
So he had one good. He had a good fight, like fight of the year type fight.
Kwawi was that?
Yeah,
cruiserweight?
That was light heavyweight.
Oh, that was light heavyweight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then at cruiserweight, he beat the Puerto Rican dude, De Leon.
Okay. Yeah, but I was talking about the light heavyweight fight where that was fight of the year.
And then I think Michael Dokes was like his first heavyweight.
Is Michael Dokes in?
I don't think so. I'd be shocked.
Michael Dokes should be in.
He was a bad dude.
He was a bad motherfucker. Now, Michael Dokes, if Michael Dokes isn't in, we definitely got to have a Hall of Fame show because
I'll
that's
look
some
it up.
bullshit.
I gotta
That
look,
is some bull. That motherfucker was tough for anybody. Michael Dokes should be in.
I'll check it right now. Let's see.
All the old timers just got in because they was old timer. Basilio, Ray Robinson was all great. LaMotta, I know all those old timers are in.
Yeah, I don't think he's in.
No, I don't think
bullshit.
53. He's 53-6 with 34 knockouts.
Come on, man.
And he was an Olympian too. He made the Olympics.
How you don't
know?
Bad motherfucker.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. He not in. And y'all saying Manny Pacquiao in? And Manny Pacquiao got like 8-9 knockouts. I mean, 8-9 losses.
Yeah, Dokes is not in. I don't see him. And he was an Olympian, like you know.
Michael Dokes should be in the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah.
Well, he was a WBA heavyweight champ.
I'm trying to see what I'm looking up.
Did he beat Page?
What is the fucking criteria? That's what I want to know.
I don't know if he was.
We gotta have commissioner ask him what's the.
Yeah, he was WBA champ.
Oh.
Yeah, he lost. He lost to Jerry Coetzee.
Jerry Coetzee.
Yeah, Coetzee. Yeah, and then he lost to fight to Holyfield,
who Iran Barkley beat.
Yeah, he fought a lot of guys. He fought Ruddock. I think he fought Bo.
Yeah, Ruddock almost killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. He
Is
might.
Ruddock in?
Yeah, no, hell.
Razor Ruddock better not be in there. He better not be in there.
No, I don't think he's in. I might as well. Let me just check it now. I don't think he's in. No.
I bet you we went down the list, it'll be a lot of bullshit fighters that's in that shouldn't be in.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's a lot of
Witherspoon Hall of Fame? I don't think so.
No.
He should be.
You think so?
I think he should be.
Terrible Tim.
Is Tim Austin a Hall of Famer?
That's a good point. Cincinnati kid.
He should be in.
Is he from your amateur class? No,
he's right before me. I think
right
92.
Before you, right?
92, I think. He should be in.
Yeah, Tim Witherspoon is not in.
What?
I think Tim Witherspoon should be in the Hall of Fame.
Ishe, who is the biggest, I'm not going to say waste of talent, but the guy that really, like you saw him and he should have been a lot better.
You know who had the height, who reminds me of Ryan Garcia, but just didn't have the social media backing that was probably the biggest fucking waste of time? There's two.
I know one of them you can say.
Ricardo Williams is one.
I knew it.
Francisco Bajado is two.
Panchito, yes.
Panchito, yes.
Yes.
Had all the
Ricardo, I knew you was going to say Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo was fucking great.
He was nasty.
He was nasty.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. That's crazy, man. The guy's not in. Fucking Austin's not in.
I didn't check Austin. I don't think he's in. I just looked up Witherspoon. Witherspoon's not in.
I think he lost to was it Rafael Marquez?
Wait a minute. Now I got a good one that gave everybody hell when they fought. Is Kennedy McKinney in?
No,
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think he is.
They didn't put him in.
What
about
Kevin Kelly?
Kevin Kelly should be in. He's got to be in.
I don't think so.
No, he's not.
I don't think so either because I think
Kevin
I looked
Kelly
it up.
was poison.
What year did Sweet Pea get inducted to the Hall of Fame?
It was a while ago.
Okay. Orlando Canizales, is he in?
I got to look it up because the way they have it, they sort it by like modern. Then they have it's weird the way they have the website there. So I got to look up individual. So I know Kevin Kelly. I know Kelly is not in.
Kelly's not in. You positive?
Vargas
isn't in.
Canizales.
Vargas isn't in.
No.
The youngest 154-pound champ, I think, ever. He's not in.
No.
Fernando? No.
Not yet.
Ike Forte in?
Say that again?
Is Ike Forte in?
I don't think so either. No. I'll look it up. But Ike had some big wins. That's a good one.
Yeah, he should be in.
Is Terry Norris in?
Nope.
I don't know.
So.
I know Buddy McGurk is. Buddy McGurk is in.
I know Terry Norris is not in because Terry Norris just got finished fighting not too long ago. He hasn't been.
Terry Norris been done fighting.
Nah, you what?
Terry Norris fought. Was it Terry? Oh no. I'm thinking about Mildred Taylor. Mildred Taylor was fighting in 2000.
Hold on, wait. Are you telling me Terry Norris and Mildred Taylor are not in?
I don't think neither one of them.
I think Terry Norris. I'm gonna check it out. I know Buddy McGurk is in, but I don't think Terry Norris is in. But I could be wrong.
I don't think neither one of them in. I don't think Terry Norris or Mildred Taylor there. I don't think neither one of them in.
Wow, Terry Norris is not in.
Whoa!
What the fuck?
No, he is. He's
in.
He's in.
Oh,
Yeah. He is. Terry Norris is in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Mildred Taylor in?
Mildred Taylor, let me
Not
see.
yet. No, I don't think so.
Nope.
No.
Richard.
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, Terry
Richard
Norris
still fucked him. He fucked him out of a season. Oh, you know what? It's fucking Frankie Randall in. That's a good one.
Frankie Randall? Let me see.
He's got to be in. He's the first person to beat Chavez. He has to be in.
Nope.
Wow. And that's fucking wild.
Maybe he gets in. He just passed away.
I think Chavez was like 90. Was like 91-0.
That's what I'm saying. How isn't he in? How isn't he in? What is the fucking criteria?
I don't know.
Dude, if you could put in Sly Stallone, you might as well just start putting in motherfuckers that become world champions. This motherfucker
did Mildred Taylor pass away?
No.
Because somebody just asked that in the chat. I didn't hear nothing about Mildred Taylor passing away.
Frankie Randall, he passed away?
Frankie Randall died last year.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
Purnell went in 2007, Sock.
Who?
Purnell went in 2007.
No, he said Meldrick.
No, you asked me about Whitaker, though. Did you ask me about Whitaker?
Oh, no, I did. I asked you about Whitaker.
Yeah, I know somebody.
2007. Okay, yeah, 2007.
This guy still got jokes.
Trinidad should have been the first ballot.
Yeah, he was.
He probably was, yeah.
B-Hop should have been first ballot right away.
He was. Cotto.
Oh, you know what? Cotto first. Is Tarver in?
I don't think so.
That is fucking. If Tarver's not in, I'm done with the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Antonio Tarver?
Not
How
Antonio
the
Tarver?
fuck isn't he in?
Because the only win he got is over Roy.
No, that's the most significant win.
That's big though.
That was the shockingest. Is Buster Douglas in?
No,
no, that'd be crazy. No, I don't think so. I'll look, but I don't.
You got to put Buster in.
No, you can't put Buster Douglas in.
He did have a video game.
You gotta put Buster in, man.
He had
That's the only win he got. He lost it. He lost to Holyfield right after that.
He had that video game. Biggest signature win in boxing of all time.
I'm sure they got some type of plaque or something in the Hall of Fame that talks about that. But to be elected in the Hall of Fame, I don't think
It is. If we was to just look at the list of fighters in the who impact on boxing is more, Ricky fucking Hatton or Buster Douglas?
I'm gonna get Ricky on next week.
Yeah, right.
That's my guy. Listen.
If you ask people, do you know who Ricky Hatton is? They're gonna, and you ask people, do you know who Buster Douglas is? More people are gonna know who Buster Douglas is versus Ricky Hatton. especially if you came up around that time
in the United States.
But Buster Douglas refereed Macho Man Randy Savage against Hulk Hogan on Saturday night's main event.
Man, I don't know, man.
You're an asshole, Soccer. I remember that.
I think when you do something big in boxing that changed the game, I don't think you need the accolades.
Yeah,
I agree.
really don't, because if we're gonna go off accolades, some of these guys shouldn't be in. So if we're gonna go strictly off accolades and accomplishments, like we're gonna treat this like basketball, football, and we're gonna go off accolades, okay, then people should be more like Floyd, more like Roy Jones. But when you start putting in guys like Ricky Hatton, you start putting in guys like Arturo Gatti, you got to put in guys like Buster Douglas, who had the biggest upset win of all time. How the fuck is he in? You got to put him in.
I think that they might have like a note or something on it with that.
He's got to be in, bro.
But he's not a Hall of Fame because it's a class, bro. Like,
that shook up the whole world.
I disagree.
Nobody thought Mike Tyson was gonna lose, bro.
It's a moment. It's a significant moment.
The biggest moment in boxing history.
And that's fair, but he's not in a class of Hall of Fame fighters.
They put other people in there.
No, you're right about that, because I don't agree with those fighters being in too. But you can't put Buster Douglas over.
How? Ricky Hatton's in there.
Fair. But Ricky Hatton, I agree with you. Ricky Hatton should not be in.
Look, I'm going to call my guy right now.
Who you calling right now?
The commish?
Ricky Hatton.
He's sleeping.
You got fucking Ricky Hatton in there. Who else did we say shouldn't be in there?
We said Gotti. Those are the top two.
Arturo Gotti's in there that shouldn't be in there. He fucking got killed by Mayweather. Absolutely murdered in that fight. Wasn't competitive.
Let me tell you something. I saw Virgil Hill on a friend of mine's channel. Shout out to my boy Drew Titan. And Virgil Hill was like, I don't even know how I got in the Hall of Fame. And he said it's probably because of my title defenses, because I don't know how I got in the Hall of Fame. So, like, I mean, you're talking about Hall of Fame fighters. It's a special class of fighters. Even Virgil Hill was like, I don't even know how I got in. You know what I'm saying?
He was happy to get in. He was being modest.
Yeah.
He was very happy.
Pretty much. Yeah. And Virgil Hill was a solid guy. He was a good fighter. But what is he known for? He's known for getting stopped with a body punch to Roy Jones. That's what he's known for, right? You think of Virgil Hill.
But he got in. But I think
to Tommy Hearns.
I think if you do something tremendous in the game, you deserve to. That's what the Hall of Fame is. That you are remembered. Everybody remembers Buck. He beat Mike Tyson, man. If you're gonna put in Ricky Hatton, Arturo Gatti, you got to put in Buster Douglas. You just there's no. I don't remember anything Gotti did besides being wars. That's it.
I agree with that. If you
I don't think Timothy Bradley should be in the Hall of Fame, but go ahead.
I agree exactly what he said, because you got Rocky Balboa in there. You got to put Buster Douglas in there. Yeah.
You got to put Buster. At least Buster shit is real. If you want to talk about a real life Rocky story, you got to put Buster in there instead of some fake movie shit. Come on, man. There's no criteria here. And how the hell Tarver did have some big wins, but again, that was the biggest surprise ever that he knocked out Roy Jones, and then called it like, "Are you going to have any excuses tonight, Roy?" And knocked his ass out. How isn't he in the Hall of Fame? But you got Ricky Hatton in.
Fat Joe put him in the lyric. Even
Ray Mancini, does he belong in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Ray Mancini, really?
Boom Boom, absolutely.
Boom Boom,
yeah.
He's popular.
Yeah, on SOX standards, he's in.
Yeah, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Ray Mancini's in the Hall of Fame.
But you got him in there and Tarver not in there. That's crazy.
Is Bobby Capone in the Hall of Fame?
I think so. I'll check it right now. Yeah, Bobby Chacon's definitely in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he went in 2005.
Him and Boza Edwards was one of the first fights I ever saw on NBC, and I never saw more blood ever in a fight. That was crazy.
Roger Mayweather in?
No, I don't think so.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Nope.
You got Ricky Hatton in. Roger, I mean, you got
Maybe
Ricky in.
Roger should go in as a trainer.
You got
Is Floyd
How was
Senior in there?
Roger? Ishe.
No.
How was Roger in just interacting with him?
Roger was cool,
Around.
man. Roger was cool. Hell of a fighter too.
Hmm.
World champion.
The Mexicutioner.
And he's not in.
Nope.
Nope.
But Ray Mancini's in. I don't think Ray Mancini should be Hall of Fame, but
How is Ray Mancini in, but Roger Mayweather is in?
yeah, I don't agree with that one.
I think Roger should be in.
It's a lot of people in there that shouldn't be in there.
So we threw
There's a lot
Gotti in there, Ray
What
Mancini in
I
there.
think. I mean,
Johnny
a guy
Tapia.
a guy like Juan Laporte for everybody. Juan Laporte for everybody. Look at Juan Laporte's resume.
Johnny
I
Tapia
think-
should be in.
Yeah, he is in. He is in.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying he should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
in.
No,
I'm
he's
gonna
good.
vouch for him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good. He should be in. Oh, but you know
If
what? That he died. That's the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He died.
We said
That's
that. A1, we mentioned Creed. We said that. We said that earlier. He said, why is Creed not in the Hall of Fame if Bobo was in? Jose Luis Ramirez not in the Hall of Fame. Wow. 109-8, not a Hall of Famer. Wow.
Yeah, hold up. He got over 100 wins and 8 losses, and he's not in the Hall of Fame?
Wow.
He I mean, he beat Whitaker, but that was kind of like a gift.
I guarantee you, in 10 or 15 years, we'll be on this shit. We'll be on some fancy new fucking platform. It'll be nice, and I bet you this motherfucker Jake Paul is in the Hall of Fame. We gonna have this conversation 15 years from now, and they gonna make a special spot for this motherfucker. I guarantee it. And the same people we talking about today will not be in. That's
that Nate Robinson knockout was crazy.
I guarantee it. For what he did for boxing, and Sock gonna be sitting old as fuck and be like, his fans.
Motherfucker, we the same age. Don't say old as fuck.
I will be old too.
All
We're
right.
gonna be old, and you gonna be saying he got a lot of fans, man. His popularity, man. That's what he did.
Wow. That's great. 109-8, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. That's insane.
Yeah, that man got 109 wins and 8 losses.
Because they just put in Ivan Calderon. Remember Ivan Calderon? He only has like 1 loss, and they just put him in. And he didn't really beat anybody. Calderon, like he didn't really have a significant win.
Ivan Robinson in?
Yeah, he just got in this year.
No.
Ivan?
No, Calderon, not Robinson. I meant Ivan Calderon, the Puerto Rican. Ivan Calderon, that's what I meant. I messed up the name. I'm sorry. Ivan Calderon just got in this year. And I think he only has 1 loss and maybe a draw, but he doesn't really have a significant win.
I mean, it's hard at 108 pounds.
Yeah. But they put him in the Hall of Fame.
So we're gonna penalize a guy. We're gonna penalize a guy for his weight. He fought who he fought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got Frank Bruno in the Hall of Fame.
Huh?
They got Frank Bruno in the Hall of Fame.
I hope not.
That's a good fucking question. He should be in.
No, why? For what? No, he's not in.
He should be in.
He trolling.
For what? For losing?
He should be in. I think he should be in.
Frank Bruno fought. He fought a lot of heavyweights.
Who he beat?
I think
he beat nobody.
Aaron McCall, right?
I think Oliver McCall. I think he beat Oliver, but he didn't. He lost to Tyson twice.
Okay, well,
In Lennox.
I won't. No, he shouldn't be in. But is he in?
Baptized Luis Jose Ramirez's son.
Yes.
Beat the hell out of him 2 months later.
100%. There was compadres.
Yeah.
Is
PYP on
is Nigel Ben in?
He should be.
I don't think so. I know Julian Jackson is in. I don't know if Ben is in.
He should be in.
Julian Jackson is in?
No, I don't think he's in.
Eubank.
Nigel Ben is not in.
Chris Eubank.
Nope.
Hold up, Nigel Ben is not in the Hall of Fame?
Nope. Eubank either fought none of them.
That's crazy, man.
Julian
Wow.
Jackson is in. Who did Julian Jackson beat?
Oh,
Julian
Julian
Jackson
was
knocking
good.
everybody
knocked out
out.
Terry
He
Norris.
was,
knocking
but
out everybody.
Everybody. He
no, I
He
know
knocked out
he was one
Terry
of the
Norris.
hardest hitting punches.
He knocked out Terry Norris.
Oh, and Jared McClellan twice.
Is McKellen in?
No.
That's a good question.
No.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, no.
Nah.
Not in.
Nope.
Hold on, they don't have Nigel Ben or Chris Eubank Sr.
No.
That's crazy.
McClellan lost. Yeah, he lost twice to Julian Jackson. Yeah. Then he lost to the guy Vernon Phillips. I mean, but Julian Jackson, what big wins? Is Jared McClellan? Is that his big wins? Like
Julian Jackson was pound for pound one of the hardest punches.
Yeah, no, he definitely was one of the hardest hitting punches.
I think he got in because he was knocking everybody out.
Yeah, but he was middleweight champion. He was.
You got to see the fight.
He won the title like a few times.
He knocked out Errol Graham. That was one of the sickest knockouts I've ever seen in my life. Errol Graham.
That's when he won the title.
That was crazy.
He's strong, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
very nice guy too.
He knocked out Terry Norris.
I think. Does he live in Vegas?
I don't know. I've never run into him. But you know what, man?
He's from the Virgin Islands. I don't know where.
I don't know how Nigel Ben and the other guy aren't in the Hall of Fame. I'm still curious about Nigel. Why aren't they in?
Yeah, Nigel Ben and Chris Eubank.
Mike McCallum still live in Vegas?
Who?
Mike McCallum.
Yeah, he's still here.
He's still in Vegas.
Is he in?
Yeah, he is in. He's in.
McCallum?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Suck.
They don't have a set criteria. They don't have a set criteria.
Yeah, he's in. He got in 2003.
Yeah, well, they didn't fuck that up. That's the body.
The body snatcher.
Azuma Nelson's in. That's
he should be in too.
Yeah,
he should.
The professor.
Yeah. Hold up. They don't have Nigel Ben in, but I bet you they put Triple G in.
No, he's not in yet because he's still. I guess.
No, but I'm saying.
They'll probably.
That's a good.
You know they're gonna put
that's
Triple
a great
G
point.
But how are they gonna put?
G?
Wait, they put Triple G in, but they not put Jermaine Taylor in.
I mean, he's not in yet, but they will put him in.
So why isn't Jermaine Taylor in?
I don't know. I think Jermaine Taylor would be in. I think he should be in.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Jermaine Taylor only got like 3-4 losses.
And he beat B-Hop not once but twice.
Yeah. And a couple of those losses were like in the last round. The Arthur Abraham, he was whipping Arthur Abraham's ass the whole fight. And Froch, he was beating Froch. He was beating Carl Froch until the last round.
Yep.
That's 2 losses he got in the last round. So I think he's got like maybe like 5-6 losses because I think he lost to that guy from Australia. Did he fight Sam Solomon? I think he lost to Solomon.
No, he beat Solomon.
Oh, he beat Solomon? Okay.
And he retired after that.
He got the draw with Spinks. I thought he fought Spinks. I thought Spinks won that fight.
No,
huh?
I think he got the decision. He got the win.
Did he call it a draw? Okay. I thought Spinks won that fight, by the way. Were you sure it wasn't a draw?
No.
I think it was a draw, son.
Do y'all think Spinks deserved to be in?
Hell no.
No. I mean, he was undisputed, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's how Zab Judah became undisputed because of Corey Spinks.
Yeah, but he also beat Zab Judah the first fight.
Yeah, they beat each other.
Yeah, in each other's home because I think he beat him in St. Louis. He beat
Okay,
Spinks.
so if we put Zab in, why can't Speaks be in?
I mean, Spinks is, he's 39-8. He wasn't really knocking guys out, obviously.
He beat Mayorga.
He beat Mayorga. He beat Judah. Oh,
That's
he lost
two
split
big
decision
wins.
to Jermaine Taylor. I thought it was a draw.
No, I thought he.
So who did Jermaine Taylor draw with? He got a draw with somebody.
Winky, I think.
Was it Winky? Okay, Winky, yeah.
How is Winky in, but Jermaine Taylor's not in, man?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Like you said.
I mean,
the scorecards. I'm just looking at the scorecards of this fight because I remember this fight, and I thought Spinks won, and it says 117-111 for Jermaine Taylor, and then 117-111 for Spinks, and then the other guy had it 115-113 for Taylor, and I really thought Spinks won that fight.
I remember.
If you think about it,
Jermaine Taylor out.
If you think about it, Winky Wright's biggest win is the win over Tito.
Correct.
Jermaine Taylor's biggest win is 2 wins over Bernard Hopkins, and Bernard Hopkins beat Tito.
I don't know how Jermaine Taylor isn't in, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, he only got 4 losses. Yeah. Wow, 4 losses and a tip draw, 33-4. He lost twice to Pavlik. That's another fight. He almost knocked out Pavlik in the first fight. And then Pavlik came back and stopped him. So that wow, that's crazy. He should be in Hall of Fame. 3 losses that he got. He was winning or could have won, and he lost. And then the fourth loss was the UD over Pavlik. Pavlik won that in a unanimous decision. Yeah. But the Carl Froch,
he had like 3 or 4 losses.
Yeah, because he knocked down Carl Froch in that fight. And the Abraham fight, Abraham was a bum. And he was whipping Abraham, and Abraham beat him in the last round.
He knocked out Jermaine cold.
Who?
Arthur Abraham knocked out Jermaine cold.
Yeah, in the last round.
Was it the last round?
It was the last round, Sock. Yes. Both the Carl Froch and the Abraham fight were the last round.
Yeah, I think Jermaine should be. I think Jermaine should have.
Yeah,
honestly, I think Jermaine should have been in a long time ago. I think it's a disgrace he's not in yet.
I agree.
He should have been in like 10 years ago.
Yep, I think it's an injustice he's not in yet.
What about my guy here says I need some love for Humberto Soto and Jorge Arce.
I think Arce should be in for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Soto borderline, but Arce should have been. Arce, it's a travesty he's not in.
Yeah,
they don't like putting in guys in little weights because Arce was a little guy, wasn't he? Like 112, somewhere around there.
Yeah. He lost to Mike Carbajal, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Carbajal should be in.
Yeah, I think he's in.
Fernando Montiel, 3-division champ. Wow.
He's not in?
Mark Johnson beat his ass. He's in.
Mark Too Sharp is in, right?
Yep. He beat Montiel's ass. Mohegan.
Yeah, what is the criteria, man? What are we talking about?
We got to get the commission. We're gonna ask the commission. But I'm telling you, Ishe, I'm telling you now, as warning, the commission's gonna agree with Sock on some of these. So just to let you know. But maybe he'll explain it a little bit better though. But I know he's gonna definitely agree with Sock on some of the guys. But I'm gonna say goodnight in a few minutes because it's past that time. But this was fun. This was dope, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. I had fun, man.
I appreciate it.
This was dope, man. Yeah, this was one of the better lives we've did, man. You stuck around for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Jesus.
Yeah, man.
So I mean,
we've had everybody's mail is late in Vegas. Is
Socrates fucking criteria, man. It's his criteria. It's his criteria. As long as Ryan Garcia Hall of Fame, baby. Because
that's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right. Well, Ishe, I appreciate you, man. This was fun.
Thanks, man.
And love to have you on again.
Jay,
You know,
thank
All right,
you.
cool, man. Anytime, fellas. Thank you.
this was great, man.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right, Ishe.
All right, man.
Peace.
Peace.
D-Free. Oh, damn, D-Free just left off. He just bounced. I thought the lights was on, the flashing lights in the back. But Sock, appreciate you as usual. Thanks for the hookup. Ofacio, thank you. Also, we said thank you. Ofacio Falcon was on. But this was good. I mean, I like these conversations, Sock. I mean, we didn't get to speak on the phone before this a little bit like I wanted to, but I like the conversations. I like the open conversation. It can get a little messy when you got 5 guys. I understand that. But this was good. I mean, we had good boxing talk, and you know, Ishe was really good, and you know, this is what it's all about. I like to have the conversations. You know, mind you, I want to do all sports, and we do. We pretty much focus on boxing, but
well,
yeah,
March Madness is right around the corner, and it's one of the most. I think outside of the Super Bowl is probably the most exciting time in sports. Those three weeks of the tournament are amazing, and I think I would like to get a couple of guests on to talk some college hoops. You know,
oh, for sure. We should have a selection show, or maybe as soon as the brackets are picked, maybe talk about it. Now, I'll be, you know, to be fair, I have not watched much college basketball this year, but I could get on and maybe I get, you know, like it's Carl Krauser would be a great guest. If he's not busy, he's right now he's broadcasting high school games, but Carl Krauser would be excellent. You know, he knows the game and he played for Pitt 4 years in college. So, you know, and we could have other guys on. We have a good friend and our friend Los.
and
You know, so
and also
you know.
a lot of people bet.
Yeah, and you know, maybe we could do our brackets live. You know, so that'll
Yes.
be a good show. It's got to be Sunday, Sock. So which
that's
sucks.
Sunday.
It's probably going to be afternoon because I go on with Pedro on Sundays. But
No, the selection show normally comes on at 6.
oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, why I'm thinking it comes early. That's the college. The college football comes on early on Sunday when they do it. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, we could do that. PYP Boxing, thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. PYP is a good dude. We met at the fight a couple weeks ago.
I haven't watched no college basketball this year.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Sock. I haven't, but it would be fun. We know a couple people that, you know, we could do, but the point is that we was trying to make is that we want to do, you know, more sports. I want to do a baseball show now that baseball's coming back. And in baseball, I think would be pretty good. Only because, you know, obviously I'm a Yankee fan. Sock is a Red Sox fan. We know people that are Mets fans. I think I'm trying to want to get us all on, maybe do a half an hour and just talk half an hour a week or something, talk baseball, you know, but you know, our boxing talk has been spot on. Today was great. You know, we had Ishe, we had Ofacio last week. We had on, who we had on last week? Oh, we had the prospect, the amateur, Keith Cologne. Like we try to get somebody on each week, you know, and you know, we have fun with it. So, and I was saying in Sock, D-Free that, you know, I like it the way we do it. Like we have, you know, a few of us and we just have a good conversation and just talk boxing, like, you know, and get everybody's opinion. And we got the guys that are relevant, that are fighters or former fighters. You know what I'm saying? Sock was not too keen on doing that, but you know, I think it works itself out eventually, you know. But
we gotta vote these guys in the Hall of Fame more for popularity now. Big ticket sellers and popularity.
I think it means something.
But
I mean, based off that criteria, AB should be in there. He was a big ticket fella.
I like AB.
Yeah.
I fuck for AB.
Great promos. So, but yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm telling you. But today was good. Today was one of the better shows we had. So this was great. I appreciate you guys. You know, we'll talk. Maybe we'll come on tomorrow after the fights, or I'll go over to wherever you guys are at. Maybe BBO or D-Free if you do something. You know, after the fights tomorrow.
I got Serrano for the knockout.
You got Serrano for the knockout?
Yeah, she said I'm working my man Seafood. He said he's gonna try to get her when she comes back to the state. He's gonna talk to her, try to get her come to the show. He said she's busy because she's promoting now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but he said when she comes back to the States, he's going to talk to her and try to get her to come to the show. So if I get her to come to the show, of course I'm gonna have y'all up as well.
Nice.
Okay, that'd be dope.
But she said she's not doing no more 2-minute fights. It's all gonna be all 3-minute rounds.
I was just about to
from now
ask you
on.
that too. I was going to ask you when you finish, is it a 3-minute or 2-minute round? So that's okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
the last one was 3 minutes. This one is 3 minutes. She said she's not doing no more 2-minute round fights. She's doing all 3-minute round fights.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Let me let you guys go on your business and go to sleep and whatever y'all got to do. We'll touch base tomorrow.
Be
Once
safe.
again, I
Triple
appreciate
T.
you guys. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love in the chat. And look forward to another show next week or even sooner. Sock just
All
dipped. It was great.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
All right.
All right.